we are clear for the MPP. Now, Becca NDC. So we may pulled up to pull the people prefer to lead NDC. And then the top four we will do head to head between top four any MPP and Mahmoud Bawumia. So the and NDC have their own plans.
Now, Mibo, just for clarity, meaning say what tilts a bit from election polls to cocoa and semi recently, and why a post on cocoa pricing, and whether it's been accepted or I mean the kind of reception at Enyam.
Oh yes, I mean about a week or so ago, we did a survey and we covered cocoa issues and the SP and the Mensa issue with regard to the decisions that have been reached by the Chief Justice. And in those instances, still cocoa farmers, cocoa industry, most people we spoke to, whether the cocoa farmers or friends of cocoa farmers or family cocoa farmers, and this one of the cocoa at all, they agree that the price offered by the government is fair. Among Kasi, they are happy. Say it is fair, but probably they understand a lot more in what is going on than many average families. Now, but we share those who are cocoa farmers themselves now. Cocoa farmers know. In fact, almost 56% of cocoa farmers were saying that the prices were fair, much higher than any other group, which means almost in similar chain would be high, and they were quite okay with it. Not happy, but they were okay. Now, we share regions are most of them not by huge margins, but sometimes 3, 4, 5%. There is not fair. No, a Hafo, Ashanti region, and Bono region, and Western North region, a huge margin, almost 60%. It is not fair. We share that number. No, it kind of mirrors the sentiment we've seen in the region because most of the demonstration has come from Western North.
Because the entire Mibusa when it's from Pamcho. Musa Dankwa, the famous Musa Dankwa, Executive Director of Global Info Analytics, and an opinion with Jabasia, Yanini Dinkomo, Ayawa Soba election, ni post or and afi ye busa nimpo efa eniamani bia nansen or den ho agimo eno so ye munhwehwemu and ye pese yete ye ho ase because the entire mibusa we ni say enrampo no the minority are still embarking on their visit to cocoa farms and engaging cocoa farmers. Omo chiro omo say omo nkoso ma omo bunfu aban we because cocoa bua na wate so no enye ni yie die mu no and I'm looking at the impact of that outreach now omo ye no vis-a-vis ye wo post now wo ye from the kind of reaction that cocoa farmers edema no. Is it of any significance here?
Look, I think the good thing is that they are using the polls. Polls, you know.
The minority are using your polls.
Of course.
I see.
Now one can do.
I see.
No, the issue is that you see the polls give you kind of an idea of what the country is thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to rally the people against the prices, then certainly they have to know where to go. And the polls will give them guide as to where they should be going. And Eti region is a cocoa growing area. It is the best place you can start from. Because if you're honor, most people are not saying it's fair. So you could see they have to target the areas where the support for the government is high and try and get the numbers up for themselves. So they are doing it. But I think the problem for them now is that Ivory Coast response has really taken the speed as a win. And that is the problem they have.
And opinion John Chebeda was not America ni Israel for to share Iran so you know and also why are who post now
hello today man see
America ni Israel to share Iran so no and also why are who post
that be end who post
on can be amfa ho and social media for the asema show
omo de say be am kan say mo ayen kan
omo kan say ma won kan all right, Matia. Mayana was saying now pay for your input. I know you're Musa Dankwa, Executive Director for Global Info Analytics. So no na no pay J Brennan no extra and 70 be e wo dwabo ase dwumade iso no. Ebrahim no Lady Poms e wa ha poma chichoku. Na obeji Brennan afi no wa mo atwede animu na company the Bonkrata no Emoboso no Abre. Yes. Let's say, sister.
Nyamiadum now say.
Nyamiadum bibi aboko. Lady Poms.
The don't come na pra.
Mommy. Yes.
Only mommy bem dia now.
Say na me who say one beautiful daughter.
Oh yes.
We be ewu ama na. Me say akode or we plantain chips ana. Money plantain chips say you. Money plantain chips yes say who say no dey bebre.
I hear no akore ne ye nwie. Then so akoya sem.
Na wa ochi bi man ofie dem.
Oh. Wo mu a o say ye de na ye chie no wo de toto de to na bonten no difference be wo mu.
Okay. Difference wo mu ne saying.
Oh, say wo de no twitwa chi a ho na de obeti ne grew no. Na da ho che kakra no a.
Okay.
Grew ne sisa. Enti ye bia ye nya hunu che say de be mana ye omo friend say crunchy and also say crispy crispy so.
That's right.
So teachers here kwaje strategy ni free omo ho. Ai, bo mo my strategy for enye rubber de no.
No.
E say oko social media no so aye hu for demonstrating na rubber e kura na de to anwan mu ntimi nane. Obi so di bia tuma manana.
Amanana no yeah.
Nse say de he ne enyi nie. Ba ne nyina mu ne ye nipa ye didi enye bibia na kwa ye mu eboa yen. Enti say wo ton ade for your own sake. Now if you say ade na wo ye no, e betumi di susu so abe the next person na wo beto a. Gine hu mienu fa wo sha ne shoes mu sese nke ye me. And mo the other side na me beto sa ade we ya. Me no say na nke be ya ma me. Sa ne de wo ton am obi anim say genuinely conscience ni ubedi ni ye. Ba sanya ne sa ho na if you say oh o de yi abaso wo ye bi
mfaso nti
wo ye bi a sabe wo ye na kwatrega obi ya de a o ya na de ni nsunsanso no e wo nsem o
good
say ye wo so na nam ye na bia se nipa na obeyare akowu a ni moja e wo nsam e nsa no because wo na aton ade fon ma no enti enyina ye hwe ye wo mu se ahokyere wo ho ye pesika de ahwe ye made enso so nya kotobe kuma ai
wakasa so bad time pa nyankopon shraw ene wo so no pay afutu a wo de afa kwan mu na anopen krata ne se e kone sen
oh anopen de dodo no a na Babylon de se wa
Baba Jama
da ade ne de na se ayi baba fa sa na akwakoye enti enra ye kwa se we ye body anya menken enti no de na ye nyina ye hwe ne bu se beba no enya baba me fa the chronicle de bokrata no pe me fa hwase ewo de bokrata nsem no emu na fa chronicle a sa nsem yi wo de aba na so bie nkrata ne mfimfini ho no a na benya enchemu no ankasa ewo mu na kese ba ko a eda the chronicle de bokrata na nim se osahin ono yera Alexander fanyomakina no pay what in ho sem bia banana wo mokohia e wodwumadie bia se ya no mo hwe center right tradition a public lecture se na okopie ho na ode atodwa wo che se ya nkrofo ta keka ese dankwa dombo buzia political lineage no hwemu a asa wo mo no mo kwa akoye mo esikafo bi ana so wo mo menya wo mo ho bi ana wo mo abe wo mo abeduru animdifo bi ni ade na wo mo nkasa na so mo nheda nwene ese be wo mo aka wase no ho papa yero na yero Alexander afanyomake no kasa wo sa public lecture no ase no de atodwa so dede enipa bi mo adwene na ye wo mo sa na wo mo de eniema ni bi ede gu kwa so etumi bu asesa ehiafo wo ma setena mu ana so kra no temamu fo asetena mu no wo ma ye ena na obu nkompa hwa kire mapenda da akofo bre so NHIS so de ba ye ebetwa akashe nkare mu wo de no kra to nchen a school feeding capitation grant o mo de ba ye ni nyina na ye de na eba beboa eno kra nkoda nche free senior high school ye na no ya ekufa do ba ye o de ba ye no so ekra ewo ho afekoko akuafo ne moa no mo de ma wo mo ni nyina no eye bia eba social protection name ekwan ye mfa so ye nhye enipa de empowerment nso a eno so wo mo ho enti sa tag no a ye dey 2 MPP for so say wo mo de wo mo nimdefo party na abrefo party na bukulongo for party ene ne ka ho nti wo mo nwena asefo ho no wo kira sansem no wo gitumu a enye ye wo kwan bia so nsemi wo de chronicle
na nse wo mo ne nanam cocoa farms ne ade wo mpezo mo nya solidarity the grassroots
wo mo ne grassroots no wo kitahudie nti say wo madura poe mantam ne mo ho no wo ai enti ene so wo ha na eno ananya asem ketwa o NDC emu amanyoku mu mpanimfo eno ayepe wo mo ayawa so isi aye hu wono na wo mo ne yeru asameje mfia won na good board wo yes you na wo mo ne no ene bo so e wo ho ne nyina eyese na se ena chese na no akromfo aremfo koto hye ne subo ne tuokum ne yayaya ewie ye gye ne ka e de ekoye nyame adoba kromfo ne aso wo mo pachi na afi na busua ye hyehyeye se wo mo di papa na wotweda nte enu ade kumase yetum ho asema no pe odi ebiaba e wo ha
ya ne se awudi a wo mo di papa no akromfo no ye nku wo mo bio
oh yes ba ko wi
se onu wu ebia in a shootout with the police, yes, but near action no. And now they are here pass a judgment on him. So Konko face there. On where you are going for life. Now for life for my
rather near selfie near the kakra. As I the Mawoya Nedi and near Kekahon. And I galam Sam and I'm an auntie. But them to see a chinko for Nibis, especially galam safe for a chichi woman. Yet for Guam, we have a woman and Katasua for life for no we could do on Yeman and reclaim asase a wo motutu nyina se bia epoimu na no odi ne dwuma na ye che no amna bia wo motu no bia no hard labor na no kwan abefa so reclaim asase no it is on to you enya wo edra no pa na the prison wardens ni soldier for akogina aso na wa no se odi sofi na betu agumo so odi edi na betu agumo hade a wapre home
ye masame yakọ ye masame jamfi yakọ
ye ma one na busu na yakọ
asemi obi ka chem se nyame do wa no so hwe nyame do wa no so hwe na we dey nso hwe kese pa
ano ehye pa se wo bre nso ye na obi be je okra fu nsem sa de don na che se bibia ha dwene nti e wa ha minority ya wo mo so ga na ma hye bedwam wo mo asem ne wa ha wo hwe mfoni a watwa to a franka na don pre one ya minority chief whip or sanso yen saumado agim ra hye bedwani wo da ha den ye so mo ye kokko akuafo so mo ye kokko akuafo ne aboa wo mo ano wo eye kwaye mu kokko afu ase
I like that o mo na so mo ko hye akuafo so mo ye akuafo ayeni
so mo ye akuafo mo de so mo kokko akuafo hia nti eze hunum za kwaye the battle between kokko akuafo ne amanyofo because NDC so wo mo fa bi nam kokko ase o mo so ni kokko akuafo kasa na we mu so ate ase akire nti se sa da koya nti ze de na abaso kokko ase na abaso nti
kokko ase politics
minority ne se ye de kokko fuo akuafo di agrododo sika ye de ma wo mo na nye enti no wo mo nsori nyina no mo nkonti aban sa aban fa wo mo sika de sefata wo mo fa ma wo mo
so ma be demonstration awie na the demo no amfanti o mo pe kwan foforo dia fa so
na de na himfai enti o mo nye bi nka ho o mo ne kokko akuafo nkasa na ene wo hwa bible quotation a chronicle the bokrata and ba ya wogina Proverbs 29:14 no say if a king judges the poor with fairness his throne will be established forever.
Amen.
Inti anope wa ha. Wa mebusa. Ya bebu kokan na ese
engunu mu. Yes sebe mo bro wafo nya asema o mu ni bem da. Esikafo nko na da bi o mu di bem.
O mu di bem. Ya akoye no kore. Ya akoye no kore. Uhwe mu yie pa. Uhwe mu yie pa na ese no kore kakra o baby. But enye nti yenhwe ho asem. That all my fa daily graphic the bokrata and so truth and accuracy every day anope and na body or the baba jama ni mfoni wo de ato ha wa hye check kama Ghana kakra e wo na chi na tade fita na hye no se ayawa so is about to ya ekoto ne nra na nyame adom kunimdie no abade ama na 10 out na wo form na susu ni nyina mu no wo no na ye declare no ese wedding kunim e wo abato no emonti ufa the bokrata the daily graphic over page 13 has say ya what the emunsem no dia ba watwa mfoni aba electoral commission wo mo adwuma e for quality results ni nyina no wo de ho asem wo de ababa to dwantu hwa be se no ndu abapa mu honom baby na chese wo mo declare results no a yes ye ka say de wo no na atumi anya na onya a little over 63%. Usabusa dankwa project yam 75%, but onya a little over 63% ya eno so chese wakwana nimpa MPP candidate yom ne koye no wono so enya 23% of the valid voter eno so etumi ekos wo mo maka no so che ne aka no ye wo mo so ayade wo mo de wo ho abekire enti eno so ensem bi e wo ha Dada okay say aban eba yi to aba December 70 wie ni e transition ni mo no nkraba e say abandada wo twa mu ko ne fa nkrofo bi adwuma na eni ho kwan se nkrofo wo mo because wa wonim se ware a wo ko fa nkrofo efi wo mo ensem no na eno na enra unsi pa committee so mo tena senye sa ansem ni mo hwehwemu wo mo de wo report akoma chief of staff na enra yera Felix Kwachofo so na oye minister in charge of government communication won Ghana for kasa was you no kwasem wo mo hwehwe nkrata mu nyina ne ade no na se nipa be sem pimienu ni na chi na wo mo ho asem ba ya wo mo ye mu hwehwemu but out of sankrofo no emu 1201 there wo mo public workers are clear wo mo for recruitment inti eno so ho asem no na se wo hwehmu nipa be se 500 bi penny revoke wo mo license wo mo appointment no because due process ankoso process na fa so de fa adwuma no ene ade ne hwe wo mo nkrata mu no na enkoyie but wo mo a ye beka se wo mo ewa adamudie ne de wo mo ti yeye mo mo clemency nti wo mo nyina no ye clear wo mo se wo mo enya adwuma nti Ghana for ya na epemu hu se na no kra ayi minority ne maso omra se bedwam ena nkrofo lucy wo mo adwuma nkrofo lucy wo mo adwuma ncheche mu a wo mo de aba no chese dodo no a ya sa mo makwa mo ma yo mo adwuma nti nipa be se 500 bi pe ena ye beka se wo mo de ye hwe mo de ni mu a nhyehyɛ ye ne ye ni so nti de ye mra ena edi safo no na from so bia ni ho a wo de aban ye wo sa kwan so no
Lady Poms come on me
wa ha say okay we ye enkitaodie graphic business wo mo ne Stanbic fo ne di no mo se transport sector no ehia a stronger framework na boa ama akobedie ho asem so atumi akonkan eno ensem ni bia wa ha wo hwem komo no a na resetting Ghana's transport system ye no nenam so Malco Afagino or the executive head the ma brands and marketing was Stanbic Bank or kasa yam or this asemi etu drama memfa we ntu apoi wo the Obokrata ansem ni mu anopay na Daily Post the Obokrata wa chief of staff Yera Julius Zebra or say you don't rush policy implementation 24-hour economy ya ho and then crofo ba champs na mo ka se mo be madwuma 133 ese mo ba ya 133 ni ehu so papa kose en wo so onye se bia bibi ni ese policy bia na ne edimika na grrr de bi yenye ne sa yen kakra bia no sesese ye dia kwamra hye bedwam a ya dia tomu awie nti wo mo guso wo mo hyehyehye kama nti se tie bia no 24-hour economy ni de be take off nti amanfo nya bote baba jama ne ama ne nsa so heim ejese nkunimdi aba ede ama no eno so ewo ha ene wo hwe de Obokrata kroye mu a wo se MPA pani ba ko ho friend Dr. Shilado ya anano ewo 2026 Instant Women Conference and awards e course ewo Nairobi wo de eno so ho aba na ese wo hwa opujete mapa ewo ha se yan wo de ababa ko so aba ha Eunice Budu Nyakom ono so ye anano wo se adwumadie kro no ase ewo eye Nairobi ya wo mienu kurakura wo mu awards wa ha na ese fefefe pa
adwuma no Ghana but Nairobi ono mkoji award
mkoji abasobode no ai hono mkoji abasobode no enti anopay the don ewa ha yenya ne ha na afi dia ka de zamedi ye kasi ye bobo ni nyina so na ese ye nkono no
uzi
ye nkono no na ayi Middle East crisis na dodo no aso mo hwa aban ni me wo sa aban ka bebe because na no na nimdifo ni bi ka se anhweye na wo mo anyaye na no ba bi ekotu fangubini crude oil ni ese wo makoto ade ni bi dia to ho enti anhwa na benya nsunsanso na obo amane se energy minister Yera John Abdullah Jinapo en was ne petroleum stakeholders ni nyina be hia said ye be ya ye fango ni ebetumi aboho ban na ebe wiachi no enkoduru mpempenso obi mienka se na because anu de said ye ka Ghana fo be sidi aba abehwemo no
be yire se
provo crash se mu se Russia Ukraine eni sunsanso bia wo ye so asoman a mo hweye ni mo amfa Iran Israel
so de na ma me
US ya me case bia enti mo hyehyɛ mo niema yi anu wase Daily Post the Obokrata we dey don sem ne dosom but the brent yem fancy ha na efa de akatoa so
mame na Lady Poms pomachi chikurasi anope obaya kwan mu the Obokrata no emoboso na ode ebre yen no o he obre na nature say nonso aba pa ho sima edua ne se enche Roger so beba na fe Yeah, the anopa good evening some so abramo but say when sumayen because we free MTN on na air so imagine walking into a home where nobody ever pauses what they are doing online. The girls are streaming the latest Netflix series. That special playlist is rolling. Daddy is on his usual Teams video calls. Uploads are uploading, downloads are downloading, and not a single person says my data is finished. That's the power of MTN Fiber. Unlimited internet for endless streaming, endless connections, endless everything from your home. Now you get to enjoy a special range of unlimited fiber internet packages, whether you are a new or existing customer. So just log on into the My MTN app now and tap broadband or dial star 5057 hash, star 5057 hash to get your preferred unlimited MTN fiber package. Remember, this season connects your home, your loved one's home, and you stand the chance of winning amazing shopping vouchers, all from MTN. T's and C's apply. MTN everywhere you go. Now, Pamcho, Wesu Efria, the National Petroleum Authority, Hona Eba, and Opako Koba Omodeman, or say NPA is cautioning the public to desist from scooping or fetching fuel from over 10 fuel tankers at accident scenes. Do not get closer to the scene in an attempt to overtake, to take pictures and videos. Inhaling the petroleum products is detrimental to your health. Worst of all, petroleum products are volatile and highly flammable, and a small spark can trigger a catastrophic explosion, causing deaths and loss to properties. Do not let a moment of desperation lead to a lifetime of regrets. If you see an overturned tanker, stay back and stay safe. Call trained professionals such as the Ghana National Fire Service or the Ghana Police personnel to handle the scene, or reach out to the NPA on their contact center line 0302 550 380. 0302 550 380. Your life is worth more than a gallon of fuel. This Save a Life campaign is brought to you by the National Petroleum Authority. Right, so young crossover quickly now. Young fa a year. The morning sports. Emra Mwakwemu with man like Roger Emmanuel. So the power jackpot, okay? 10 Ghana cedis minimum. What them one is we know the shot Ghana months in the Mukina. Put himself, we are in the month of our heritage. And you know, I see a Tuska Gumu because Ghana can you know a yes Campuano and society. And you know, Cheska knows in the month of our heritage. And you know, I know person 10 Ghana cedis are ready. Shall see a to goom. Star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Select option 2. Select option 2. Now for power jackpot, 20,000 Ghana cedis and your dear see one there. Why never call? Let's get going, okay? Independence Day jackpot. Yeah, the mama she. Now for Ghana at 69. Yeah, Fred Domo also here to me after work and who be with us here. All right, so start throwing them in 10,000, 10 CDs minimum. Send them in multiples. Wait me out to the home. That feel no, what shall I say? I can't share good. And Yamakoye the Mawa. Oh, budget 20,000 Ghana cedis. That feel Independence Month wait. What they are quite too hot to so. A star 274 hash. Star 274 hash. Now with the Muan, no stress, no long talk. Just die. And count your stars by winning, okay? And up here, Roger Emmanuel, that's not sick. Then for the morning sports, Emremo. Roger!
John, good morning.
Good morning, Roger. Bibi Aboko,
dear. And come on, Bibi, fine. Bibi, Koyi.
And Wednesday. Good. Now, girls, no still, let me say for her, dear.
Oh yeah, we safe, but Ghana opponents back for Mudomoko. Momo Fluokra, Mario.
And one, I'm sharp. good say they withdraw.
Black Queen
withdraw. Some withdraw. Omo kwa to say.
See
because I feel there.
Yakojiska, nti ajiska there say we hu adwuma.
Na team no ma withdraw no man jiska ni bi.
Say obi ani ni fi asemu.
Okay.
E na fi bi aso obi ani ni window. Nti obi ani say do ka na asemu.
Say dey ko ne baba em.
Yes kai.
Sabre America fo so say.
Ye be World Cup.
America fo so say ko mu soldiers ni bi omo ye hu aye ni ade. Ye dey nti. Yeah, that's what you okay, all right, Martin. Anope Roger, take us away.
Right, it's good morning. Anope Atinasin here. The Power Money Sports and Anope. Yeah, the MO job us 979. I found seen on my Facebook no. At Devil Life 979. I bet me a journey na Facebook no journey no na YouTube so journey na mabi piaso et me akoka latest. I'm on some few some na pop on na no and Anope the MO Jumadi no 17 at the Roger Imano from the Sports Morake Botela and Africa. For some production team of Teche, Emanano Pemili, some of the decimals was the engineer, on a snap boy, Chidomano Pino, Miri, and some of the Vansa Center Manafianco, and I heard games I can write to me to Janafia and games, Yamia to Manina Sabits, Mia Bassana, Uko, Yipianoma, and I their games to be at me, Passuma, Sunderland. Echo all the way, Cochili, Sinated, Epoma Kaba Commentment, Frontier, one of AS in the Kenya, one of France, Yafana Mamadou Habib Diara, one of NSS Sagono, Edima Sunderland, Bobocono, Emma Panaviana Sunderland, Edin Kaba, now say club for the Lisi United, almost say Entimi Swanti, and Richie, or say club from Sir Everton, almost to the field for Camino, Emma Bailey, and so Entimi Anti Sakano, a Frontier for James Trokowski, one of Etimi Bogo or Gima, and no me cause na fia Brantia or say post Kengo e Emma Everton Bobokono e ya Brantia for the Kenan Hall or say me nya second go boy Emma Everton e ni Camino na se no ye game cause Burnley and sentiment Bournemouth any Brentford and akoye 0-0 and we tiro on say Boboko for the Wolves senra wo mo ati Liverpool e po me Camino Liverpool canon wo mo atimiti kanamo back on say a Brantia for the say Rodrigo Martin Gomez no and I say first goal e ma Wolves Boboko and a Bronte for the Mohamed Salah Gali or a Sebabeti Canon 83rd minutes Edima Liverpool Bobocono na enwetino na tamno kwanya swia Nissan and a Bronte ye for the Andre Trindade de Costa Neto or also a winning goal na a last minute or share goal in fact and a referee upon game na Liverpool and Ramu Elusu sa game no by 2 goals to 1 a EPO games kakra and it's na team course na them send England no FA Cup game back with me so Emma Paul Valley FC Eboka kuma Bristol City e kanomo entimi anti na ovremusu e was Spain na odem senra e de Copa del Rey second leg no etimi e Basuma FC Barcelona omo etimi etene fie edinkono e Poli miensa e Atletico Madrid omo entimi anti odem sa Bronte for the Mark Bernard Sessa ono etimi posatena bienu e wasakema eno etimi ekosna fe abronte for the Rafinha woro sedi go ne bakon sedi person so mu yini kamia sani nyina no oba etimi ankole fasanse first leg no ekoye 4-0 nti ade Atletico Madrid ono a progressa omo sene ewremu so e wo final na oko itiro ne senu Copa Italia eno setimi Basuma Como etrefe ne Inter eno sene ekoye 0-0 eno ye game etimi kosna fe oko France onem se ye Copa del Rey ara se Coupe de France no ana sene etimi koso a da Stratford etrefi bokam no e Mastil Rami e kanon omo no entimi eti kanon bako omo timi ti kanon bako onem se enu ana se no ye games a ahoro eno sene etimi koso na Frontier ye for se Sabi wono ena timi ti kanon bako eri ma club for Mastil Rami eno ye freye uko France wo mo ye French Cup eno sene koso no sene nyoma city nyam ya tuma ne ade games ne bi betimi abasena sei ena UPO na games ne tie ebo 7:30 ade Manchester City betena fi normally Nottingham Forest dia without na fi Fulham ansi betena fi normally West Ham United area Premier Brighton Hove Albion ani Arsenal se betimi apo na fi Aston Villa atena fi etimi awe kam Chelsea normally omo si dia Premier Newcastle United ebo 8:15 GMT ade omo Manchester United ansi betimi si dia without na La Liga at se bo 6 PM odem se club from Rayo Vallecano ansi betena fi Real Video as se ebetimi abona fi Copa del Rey onim se Real Sociedad betina fie ene Atletico Bilbao enso edi atintam so ko Germany a onim se Hamburger SV enso betina fie 7:30 nomone pa Leverkusen so edi atintam sintia no eye games anyame adoma betimi abaso na oko Italy onim se Coppa Italia ene game back bas SS Lazio enso betina fie nomone Atalanta enso edi Aridos na fie Coupe de France onim se eya Laurent betine fe Nice ebopo na fe Olympic Marseille asini Toulouse so ebetimi edi atintam sinti we games a nyame ya toba ne nyina betimi abase ne ana yede hu sem so no etu jamam e wo shoro sefio na fe games no atimi course na onim se no games course no na games na no hie pa na Liverpool edi anwam kodincho kamye no mo etika no bako na after the game no ana coach for Arne Slot di atuja se painful defeat and Liverpool bobo kono wom enya 19 ni sama odi etuja after say no Liverpool elusi kanum yenua omo etimu bako.
We are picking up points because we scored many times from set pieces, but what did not change in the last 5, 6, 7 games that we struggle and find it very hard to score from the open play chances that we do create. Not as much as I would like from all the ball possession we have, but enough and far more than the other team. But end result, we score 1 and they score 2, and indeed another time in extra time, so it sums up our season again.
Liverpool ran slots and some kind of Everton manager or David Moyes as the summer credit as I after some unit 0 no jire some chances say next season bako Europe akusaka no a bright na yentien some kind e reference
We played really well with the ball. I thought we kept it well, moved it well. I thought we recovered the ball well when we had to as well. We backed up from the game we had at St James's Park at the weekend, and it was great to get a sort of back-to-back win as well.
Everton manager David Moyes Semanra or say edited after send give the banner we need by 2 goals to you and what is similar to and the big game bus Arsenal and the Brighton and Eddie 18,000 only say sa game no Airbus only say EP on the so Arsenal and that up with City as it talks with Manchester United it talks me sanano and a reference me Kateta akasika kradia for Brighton game one nyame atuma and ebetimi abasno yenti Mike Arteta.
And to be I'm upset that we don't score more and that we concede as well. So we want to be the best and the most dominant team in every aspect of the game, and that's the trajectory and the aim of this team. And as a club, we want to be the same. So try to do that.
Yes, someone else opinion on your manager Edima Arsenal the Gunners Mike Arteta and I'm to say what is Arsenal so dia to jam na all of Senra FC Barcelona tenefie dikere kamiensa asini nyire chi no 3-0 na ntimi amoa ama team na ntimi qualify ma Copa del Rey no ama ntimi anko me na Brontia ye for say Alex Pena edin sama akra edi atujara Fenra defeat and asen kunibiti amudie asini nyire chi ya eliminate omo from Copa del Rey no ye ntin sama Brontia no e kan after say omudin kunima on ntimi qualify no.
We already knew very well that it could happen, that in the end Barca is undoubtedly one of the greatest teams in the world. We knew that if anyone could come back against us, it was them. They were the only ones capable. But anyway, I think the team did a really solid defensive job. We stayed resilient throughout, and we're just thrilled to reach the final. Well, I think that in the end they played here at home, and we played at home the other day with all our fans behind us and everything. And well, like I said, we knew it could happen. We suffered together just as Atleti always does. And we're happy. Good, very proud. In the end, Atletico had gone many years without playing in a final. And well, in the end, I also signed with Atletico to play in final.
Can you see my brother for Alex Pena? They actually just say after sending Romutincho, Kamian Sound, when Timmy and still no more Timmy qualifier. Omo come and Motisa brother ready Sassamana Tuja, a brother for Rafinha, the Atuja, so or say Obia, believe no say, or no Jena Park in the Sunquadia, a Jumaro Betima, or send Ramu Pribia Bia, as the Timmy and Timmy qualifier, which is no and stop home say Bia La Liga Titano, Homo Ebetimia, J. and Sema, Nessa brother for Rafinha, and so Jatujano Peron some Epa. Bia na anano pe ho sem se abrantia ye fere se watiri go sina kan Edema Real Madrid anano pe report kire se won say Nancy Mo prior report kire se MRI scan kire se abrantia the rest of the season obetimi amesima World Cup kre baba koso no nya dia watiri go betimi akokire be sia kan Edema Brazil national team no ntia no aye report no se fio no ma ana sabana owremu awa EPO 24 and afi championship authorities no e dia atuja say from next season ekono omo eye nhye some eba behwe serebe ya bipia betumi akoka omo kire say e ya dia 22 days eye break day ana say omo di ebema clubs no na say no eye break time omo eba benya na omo etimi arrest after match day 5 no omo say 22 days eye day omo di ema players omo say aka wo EPO no mo and afi championship no na afi omo etimi arrest ye na etimi apo omo serebe ya bipia so ebetimi so akoye na omo say you from 24 dia atuja so ana FIFA dia atuja say omo ehwe no say dia international window no omo nye ne double biom ye so omo eba be ye ne ba ko pe enti omo ebe ye no between September and October enti omo kire say between September 19th ekopim October 10th and on 24th say international window no ana say international international window no anu ye sisi ampene for dia ba say no ye breaker omo di eba yere ho sam atuja ye fio na fe yenko ensem from dia na ye wrem awo papa ye fena Asna Venga so ye na say ni rua wodi akwakoma FIFA mpanifo no offside rua wodi aba no say FIFA mpanifo ajatum amo hwe no say hwebe 2027-2028 no ebesa se na fe ayejuma o kire say omo approve kire say player be offside a I say nipa ne body ni nyina extra large defender no asa no ma jatum say woni say bia won sa baby kitwe bi extra large defender offside say new one wodi aba no kire say was say nipa no ni body ni nyina extra large defender no ansa na perefa jatum say offside hihia wodi aba omo kire say omo ebesa se ma Canada omo liga eno ekose ne hona perefa kire say omo besa se eyisu na fe 2027-2028 no omo asase ajatum na fipipia so etimi akọ report ya metie ne say Abrantia na we Chelsea na Osina Kareba Payameric ye fene Nicolas Jackson e say AC Milan mpene ani Bayern na Chelsea 18 komo say obetimi abepie mo mo na fi sama aba be sia kan e dia mo nteno ye reporter ara say fio no ma epa Dominic Szoboszlai Osina Kareba Real Madrid or Osina Kareba Liverpool or the atuja say Real Madrid a dream team a ohwe no say sama obefi Liverpool na fi ordinary akire mu so Real Madrid asoye no akwakosi Kareba na Abrantia oye England ni ye fene lifting ye check enano pay report here ban say we pra one shot World Cup no na Abrantia so entimi akopim international break duo no ma nyade Abrantia betimi esi akan area ma England omo national team no Tottenham Hotspur put for actual edi akakoma PGMLO omo empere Chiefs empere for omo share sample no EPA ekoso no officiate no nko no benyina onim so penny oda no eye refer how the work omo atro edi akoma no kire se consensus kire se season we mo no refis SC omo yie pa at so omo gire se bad officiating kwa no nya tempere fontenasi no mo hwe na afi serebe ya pipianso ebetimi akwentiani yesema penefon diaba na Jimmy Carragher edi atuja se ohun se Chelsea ekofa penefon Liam Rosenia eno ohun se Chelsea since we omo nko ba bia omo nduru ba bia tofo na nyadia Chelsea betimi abosanse manager omo afa na kire se Chelsea enye serious so mo epese wo mo ekoba bia ante no eyensema peneno so edi atuja na no pe yara ho semba na onim se January Sanis players omo abepie mu nyina no Abrantia Osina Kareba Liverpool ye fone Hugo Ekiteke wo ye player wa share goals esin players ya sa omo January nyina onim se no ashe 11 goals and Abrantia fone se Clement and ase Kevin Lewin or so ashe 9 goals ano Osina Kareba Leeds United and João Pedro our Chelsea or so ashe 8 goals and Matthew Cunha or Manchester United or so team ashe 7 goals and afia Abrantia fone Brian Pemo ashe 6 goals area Manchester United and Joe Carris or so ashe 6 goals Diama Arsenal and Abrantia fone se Ryan Cherki one our Man City so ashe 6 goals Benjamin Sesko and so ashe 6 goals you hear January Sanisa abani nyina Ekiteke ashe goals esi omu nyina te no ekakra na akose yamrefie na fie bedin koma ye call the Black Queens of Ghana so ye onim se nura omu esaka omu chi Russia epom ekanaya Russia for intimate after the game no and a coach Kim Loss B Cogrin I didn't say my credit to the Fenran Kunimidia the Black Queens of Ghana Edi and Yintino.
Of course you always dream about the best, but I mean we knew before the game that they were the favorite because of the ranking and the history, but we also know that we trust our girls so much, and we know that we're just getting better for every game, for every camp, for every day we are together, for every meeting, for every training. We're just getting better and better. And to win today, I'm super happy that we won today. But I mean, in the way we won also with 4-0, and it was deserved 4-0. It's not 4 lucky goals. It's in the way we played. It's amazing. It's the best game I ever have seen this team play. I mean.
Okay, see, Black Queen's coach, no, Wakasa, when said Ghana last match against Tanzania, and also Wakasa, the first game of the NTN. So
it's probably is going to be the most tricky one because we play against another African country that absolutely want to beat us. They will be the underdogs. We know that they have a young talent group of players that they're going to run a lot, they're going to tackle a lot. So. If we are not there, they for sure is gonna win the game. So we need to be happy tonight and then back to training tomorrow.
Okay, see, Black Queen's manager and Motini Canton last game against Tanzania. We penalty say me up Hong Kong for or say a pick up a cost of first match Black Queen's show and normally at authorities in any somebody also is a cannabis to withdraw from tournament and also Ecosu UAE na Black Queen's some about for Stella Yamitemino say a sign Edema Brian FC almost avoid no way now until 2028 and the contract and now so bet me up Ghana Stars and for actually the Ghana Football Association actually say omo abrante bako no ye supporter penipa with team akotin aye Fernand Posa down on Dreams FC video about it say the Sibri penny we pa VIP on ma na enya subkitu akra no matro e the Ghana Football Association sempen for her na fa so che bi sefata ye fama Dreams FC and penny for no tie no ye sema no saba house of penny for so supporters no NCC o matro so e the Ghana Football Association penny for say this season I experience bad officiating year pa say kenye bad officiating in Kebia league no kana Kebia has at the top nebum bad officiating has and team ko bia our league no team pen for her and yes some has for company for and so e di ababonti and no pay ye gina no sna fe ye di akode won sem de sinyame yatuma 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. ye do betena se our TVSYZ na fe ye di X Sports no so asansu edi abramo mi sorry so na fi the turn aye krado or the jabas ne etwaso bitin edi rocha yimano from the sports monake botela and afi kuju fi so mi chichi na no pe be the show ne by makram.
Brebo eye adwumada eboa eyam aduane eboa eyi insa free ni peduani na eboa woni pedua ma etena ho yi nanso woni se niema a yedi na ye no timi ma brebo ye adwumaden sen pote me hunda me brebo ye adwuma pa e bia se mi tumi ye bibi boa me brebo
ani. And wanting about the left hip from the Moses Clinic, we have our center about herbal food supplements. We see to the barber, ama a year Jumayi.
Now, a Juma.
Fatopa Yenu, and a pany and you may. Now a Brahma Berbo ye Jumayi, Sunny Baya, a bit yam a Jania Woody, and Sissy Pijanimo, a you moving singing.
And no, I'm a Berbo here. Obenya Left Kid or pharmacy, herbal shops, and supermarkets are a bell. So what do those way to up? 0244 06 8447. Left Kid, one bread war, one Wikipedia. A dream any mapping for a ma emma or man for, make a for our 1 year in fear to me. FDA GD Cratui Atum.
Every human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Na ede na ya obayi a oda forma so ne yafunu emunumuni.
Oh, Mr. Entry, also ya reya titi mi ben fie pi nanso ne yam nyono da. Se me chew no ahodo amato a me hunu hwea. Ebe ya nwanwa.
Menyi ni se, what ulcer tamfo Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture, yanum bom kutia ulcer no bia mano anum. Anka no ho to no dadaada. Ulcer dro de, eno any Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture.
Akom ni nchiremu.
Ulcer yekura, eto yefunu ene ensunumu. Etuma wo yefunu ekeka wa. Wogye wo ho a enyi. Ulcer etumi ema wo ye cheko, ebra wedidi ewie. So how eye ulcer de a, compare Hexa capsules, any Hexa mixture. Nanum bom na ho ebeto.
Predudu etua, ko okanshi drug lane, Kumasi Dani Herbal, Takradi AA Mensa, Anafre 020-3822-855. Approve about Tanya Wama on more friend for any more flower winning Fedum Yeno and Kahun. Hexa capsules and in a mixture.
All Satan for FDA Aji Edredi and Kratui Atom.
Hey, Unia, new release in Yana. Hey, gum. A bit was me new release. Mekan was a Sifita Muhono and a Turbotech Garages Limited. Aquafabesia Mana Ayanitia, Obiasa Kamunu. Accident Kanuna, Turbotech Garages Limited. Amana said Johnny Nazosano. Mesiwo, one more Bruni Fita engineer if you Bruchaba and what check a castle. No one will be a fort to crow and the horse spare pass as what this is. Afenesi Road. And so a whole charges ka crebio. Tebutech Garages Limited. Where general servicing, a building engine overhauling, engine tuning, oven spraying, general electrical works, air condition installation work, BMU, upholstery, gearbox, mekaja dien. Tebutech Garages Limited. Apart from sir car that wotimi eto, and now trauma wono was sign importation of cars and was spare pass if la butreba. Wokoto car mawa. A free. Ace. Also what you kwawe. Tebutech Garages Limited. Ewala pass Malam Road. After by yard traffic light wa Bibiania for 0206 48 17 and 3 and 0542 96 11 11. Website tebotechghana.com. Tebotech Garages Limited. Hey, kaya will be a benyan. Tebotech Garages Limited. Your car beauty and the power boosters.
Official poll! Power Independence Jackpot! Mansaka! Ghana Free! And when you made 69th Independence Day! It's Friday, 6 March 2026. On Yaza, you will wave the flag and quote. Richard Jet, no coffee, Lajan, Kudisika. Independence Power Jackpot! 69th edition! Taylor in the big! 9 days before mobile phone. $9 star 274 hash. Select option 2. Power Jackpot. Ticket to Kubia, 10 Ghana cedis. Into the more to tickets, no chances of winning a Susura no call. Nesikanable flow amodama. 9 winners, but for 690 Ghana cedis, Akufie and paying a Pabazi. Ticket to Kubia, 10 Ghana cedis. 9 days before mobile phone. $9 star 274 hash. Select option 2. Power Jackpot. Taylor in the big.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation. With special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Crew Convention Center, ATBA, go to www.crewbusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Pro Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
Me patrol no. Me board we was 4 million.
And can no now so we say.
Oh, we was 100 and me family so be you to there.
Now say what gina ho bag is there and any problem no.
Problem me na understand. So 10 na me family 400 and me buy almost 1,005. In Jama me won ya me ho. And a basket and just one so and get ya ubena no. Maybe 200. Me na go 500 me 400. You say me who say class say then you because me just say na 1,005 na me for fan toast na and you toast for na me for me say yega. You don toast from the photo on jene son ya do. You say me just say na the fan toast 1,500. Ya why na me dey for the phone in so wa. In Jama ya dia ma ya pa ma ye hu na ya ho kwa and dey wo do mo.
Okay, wo dia wo pie man tell mo say ye ba ho no mo ba be to this for team go everyday. Now wo to ni do me awani to ni say na who go do dia. Wo so wo ko yi dia mai.
Yeah, they all can say 400. You get your point back to 550. And all do our so for ya for ya. All 3 tons so kwa back to say 550. And other person on there for it. I know how my young so I ya boja ofin. I know how my pa.
Tomatoes no baako pɛ te sɛ kɔntɔmo ano.
Ekume baako pɛ, ekume nkrafo baka ekume baako pɛ. Ketek na ewo mu no. Eye 5 cedi.
Na no. Wode kwachi kosua na asa wode koyen kwan. SMP. All right, so welcome back. 20 minutes to 8. And Operi and Nam will drop us so on TVXYZ. The more you know, the less you worry. We'll also live on Power FM 97.9. We say power to the people. But Papa Magzi, Ewa yen reporter, Enra or lead our team of reporters. Cover Ewa so East by elections. No Papa Magzi akwaba net saying. They don't major so nyame. Go. Them say brand new kakra wum but yeah that's so team abeka insa.
Menso me da say.
What that constituency one now besin Kofi. Besin Kofi. Very good. Why near a bit of a recap of the elections, no aside report out the in the morning, no after the report, na dey course of constituency.
Don't my NCT for na momo TV SYZ so me NCT wo enra by election na course no ye sha se efiti anapa na ye nanti ma kokokoko eye polling stations you know yes ye to aba wo ho no mo no na by election no start ye no say ye to aba no na say isi eye setup ni nyina wie ye no na 7 o'clock abo ya obia material so de ye adwuma aba na wone eye presiding officer edi nkomo a so on the obia be 4:30 5:30 no receiving materials or de eba be ye adwuma wo ho no mo no enti no obia eba ye na adwuma na ade ba ko a ekọ no eye say constituency numu no enipa ewo ho a wase wo mu beto aba no ase bibia amfa wo mo ho dabi de otene shop etene shop nia oye ni bibi eye ni bibi enipa ne to aba wo constituency num enso emfa ne ho obi ejina eye polling station eho ma bi a oton na de ebi di nkomo ubisa ne se wato aba se me emfa me ho mento
ade no omo ha one sen
how no obia ne de obia ne de kire say ase ya to aba but yenya ahwe by say obi eko to aba ewo primaries a no anya bibi no wadi kofie ono no so a obema wakọ parliament ho no mo no onya ahwe a ene ewo nkoto biem enti ene ewo tene baabi wase me ye madwuma apemisika obi a ma meboa me asem a o ka no no wase obi a emma meboa me enti no me ye adwuma na ma pemisika enti no bebre na no se wo mo be to aba no o mo nto enti no ne eba ye ne se ene ewo se parties no o ma ankasa no start wura afiem ekofa nkofo eba beto
parties na na so mo
yes
door to door normal rally supporters so mo na to aba no
because number of votes wa yenya no enra wa yawa so is no se enye se parties na ankasa wura afiem ekofa nkofo se mo de yesremo mo mra meto aba no a don enka enuru senia ebaaye no results no ebaaye no results no a ebaaye no eche se parties no empo eduom hoji mu no eduom hoji mu no eji ase enkofo ehunu se se okoto aba no ema we a otoma we a de wote a na wote onkwanim
so omu de omu de delegates no omu de omu yema delegates no nti omu so kan se omu anya sa ama omu a ene e be de ama omu eni sunsunso a yehunu na nra no
yes because parties no bia wo polling station album no ekita ne nsem ya wo mu ninim wo mo ho omu nim ba bia wo bia tie enu nti na omu timi call ye ekofa wo mo na kono mo kofa wo mo no ebi ye wo mo a wo manyini ya wo mo wo fie ya wo mo nko ba bia ba
omu ma omu bibia na
enu de mintimi nkire
because me hu video bia na say one family head say ne maye 9 so omu ntua ne kan nya de obema ono ana ne ma no bia akwakoto aba no
ejina che se hono no nso edie no tini bebre na youth ni de omo de omo number bi ye o madwuma sheda hu youth ni se wo mo eba aba beto aba no e wo ho no ye se mpanyimfo no ye omo wo mu no e na bi no mu piepie ye eba beto aba no na one eye parties no mpanyimfo edi nkomo a de omo kan se o eye fasting no a ye nuanom nkramufo eye no enti no
omo ya fasting no omo nto aba ho
omo si ama wo mabre enti omo wo dem awia ne nso bo enti no ebia ebo be se 4 hono ba no a omo be pia aba ebo 4 a omo ama because that time no so no or prepare na nwumre aduane a obedie or prepare ne ho na wakobọ mpaye enti no eba saa no a obede no aba se wo ba abeto aba oma ema meto aba no enu nti saa niema na course wo ho no ni nyina no ejina niema bebre so ne ma eye vote no a entimi ankose ne ye se eko na me ne Greater Accra Regional Minister edi nkomo
oba ho
no wo ho no ma no pa ni nyina woni Accra Mayor ne mpanyimfo bi a omo wo eye NDC party mu me ne omo di nkomo na asema all kan say news so na me ne di nkomo anwumre na asema all kan say senia ebeboa ama eye say by election ba ye betumi ayedey ama eye akona nima na say turn out no ebetimi akona nimo no the question na me busa ano ne say sesi ono ye member of parliament no obe propose wo parliament say by election bi ba yem fan she day bi a obi ankwa adwuma because no ka say ebinom kwa adwuma ya wo muntumi ema meto aba no eti so muntumi ma meto aba na ebinom so agye se yesere kwan efiri wo mo bosses wo no mo ansa na wo matimi aba beto aba no ni nyina eka ho bi na yenya low turnout ewo eye ayawa so east by election no
mami ni nkomo we mra na fe yemie reports ni mu ye pa Alhaji Masud Osman third national vice chairman MINPP Enra I mean he was all over the place minim they were in the Asia Breno edian ya na no hwehwe Alhaji good morning good morning Alhaji hello Alhaji good morning all right meba okay Alhaji Mpacho waso morning Chairman Buga when you try sa chairman we so Papa Maxi
Chairman Buga Chairman Buga many try ne so ba enra no send ye call ye ni de don MPP leadership no a ball awia be se 12 ba no mu hono na almost start yi wo mu ti wo constituency wo no because o hwe by elections ya yakọ any elections ya yakọ a we say anapa na leadership no and polling station
how akumsin ba wanya na ade ni bi ho
dabi
me ba ma me hwe so me nya chairman good morning o maso to aso ma me here papa
enti no anapa ni mu nyina no na MPP leadership na me hu obi a ewo grounds because say o nante a obe anu ahia we obehu anu ahia
o me say so na o candidate na say no watom na amana ye mobo
enti no ohu na NDC nso manhu leadership no ewo ho no ntem
anopa tututu no
anopa no okay manhu wo ho no ntem constituency fo no na me hu bi ewo ho no but say national leadership no manhu wo ntem ewo ho no enti na sa akoye say omunim say omubewi ni ana say we nsu nim so obewi ni nti no omma ntem ana sa na na bia akoye wo mo na awia num wo no na say bo be say 10:30 11 honomo no ena me hu eye honorable Boachi Agyako
okay
ono ena me
aspiring national chairman
yes ono na me di kan hu no na chese ono so call rounds enti anche ena eye honorable Babejama enso ebaaye ono so koto ehwese nia etie ti akire kura ansa na chema buga ne eye awakumsin mo eyi wo muti ewo hono sa ta no na abato no akọ nanima ewo hono enti na me bisa say leadership no we ya omo beba no omo supporters nso ahu se wo mo ta wo mo achinti wo mu pie aba no ma beto aba no ya sa abre ena omo ba den na no omo ye ye nti afi ena na wo mo eba grounds hono na enura wo hwe se de na grounds hono no esiti a on se nima akoye ba bia do election ese hono ye flash point enti no ase basabasaye etimi ba hono mo ne na enura no na ohwe police fo a ewo hono a na eso aniye
good
ena said ye wo ma ye wo setup no na o ba se wo bedi bone kra untimi nya kwan yes enko baabi a ballot box no ewo ana se baabi a obi wo no akoka se o kwa attack nipa no ti se bia nipa ni pie no wo kwa na no kra no police fo ewo hono untimi nya bibia because police atwa hono mu nyina hia ya untimi fiti nima police station edeba ena efiti eye new town kwa no so no ma amobi wo no ne de ba kanda ho no no edeba nim ti ba bi aye fadi wura eye ni mamu ne de ho no ni nyina no na police fu
me ba ma meaning komomra with Anthony Nupenu or a Greater Accra regional organizer for the NDC, so a voter population of over 40,000 yewi enene mu be 19,000 16,000 per Anatu Aban, which is less than 50%. Not that encouraging, but well, it's usual of by-elections. Anthony Nukpenu, good morning.
Good morning, Minister.
That's the same. Nyamiadum Bibi Aboko, Yadasan Susenra, we had a peaceful by-election, Wasu East. But tell us, results are munya, even though you won the elections, figures are by, the Anamo Shani Musa Besi.
Careful now. Well, maintenance that is expected, and that is participation. I love India.
So online no wahoma no etwetwa sigina ye mai kakra wada roma. Very good metonka koso.
Maintenance can it was our expectation, but at the end of the day, election, yes, your expectation majorly is with a number that will be very happy with. Again, so about what car over 4,000, the people, it's quite. Ebi no so omagugu omaye mewani nkofo ebi no so tiase that almost no omutro for abatro we card take but no put so to about 40,000 we have a percentage that definitely they may not be available for votes, but you can be looking at about some 32,000 people who are politically active that you need to mobilize votes. Now, some number or other political parties are of more interest. Even before TNC for LGP, any other party for. So far as some candidates, they will not show up coming food. Then at the last round, 2022, 2024, we are back to now around 32,000. As we go into this election, the target is to mobilize about 50 to 70% of that number to be able to vote for us. Because by since the election, and any pandemic, And he around 60%. Yes, but we expected to be maybe more than that. Mrs. Share, the 100 or the mom. Sorry, I to say at the end of the day, yes, the minister has to be an election and elect the budget as our MP. Definitely to about to best for us. Or business. Now, I think I just to say also on the immediately at one. For to them from branches to the ward to the constituency any volunteer by unity in couldn't be around the ministry. Now it's easy for so I'm the man making sure about starting throughout the days, during from any of their machines or any amber. And then the Ghana police almost say, make sure maybe about what it be more or more somebody to trust them on the feed of about after any more incentive for the attend cameras to make the contact mobile cat Modena for on 29 any cabinet one spirit accord to make sure that we achieve the fit of the state.
All right, Anthony Mamina Anthony Nukpenuase, Greater Accra Regional Organizer for the NDCA. It's from Fanchem said they struggle to hear him, but signal no na enko ye my. But Papa Magzi, video a best inquiry earlier on na eno ye here collation center na.
Collation center hono
okay.
Kizito Catholic Church hono.
All right, okay.
Yes, hono na collation center hono no. Na almost centers na bemben. Ohwe baby a polling stations in the one na ebemben emu enhye da enwowa okọ presby hono mo se ya ehonso na ebi ekoso nti na baby a NDC for de hono mo ye omo collation center no Frankie's ewo hono mo hotel bi ewo presby no animu hono mo na ehona no mo nti no me call hono mo no enwumre na resource no eba no ebo say 5:30, 5:45 to 6 you are NDC who results no more than half. No manya.
Oma yomo
college no manya. Ehunu percentage ya omanya nyina.
Okay.
Ene obi ade. Oma huni nyina nti no. Ebo 6:30 6:45 no na ni nyina aba. Abo manya omo results nyina awie ewo honoma chese na enigye aba ewo hono na ukọ collation center hono na chese hono no na akase ye be hyase ewo hono na hono enhyase bo 7 nyina no na yisi neoma materials na afi na no mo dey ba collation center hono no na oba obe register ami age wo neema se wo de aba ti no mo ye ni nyina wi ansa no mo ye setup no na o ma start ya quality ewo hono no nti hono na bo be se 10 hono no de na ho de no so no ye awie ewo
10 p.m. for a by election.
Say the omo ye no. Say the omo ye no. Omo eye ne manual na nipa na wote ho no mo no eye no. Oye ne mako ye ni eye bi say ukiu shame na de eye
but all the results no from each polling station they buy into all the from polling stations ne ba almost san ba be kan wo
ho no ne wo eye ne pin sheet
ne so no pin sheet ne so na agents na sign with the various polling stations no
and na wo mo be
kan almost sign the ballot box na ba collation
ho kan ballot papers no
pin sheet no ba be
pin sheet no eno na wo be kan ne so no ni aba no obebo ewo ne calculator so ama yahu say we ni we die na oye kan etali
okay
ewo hono mo ansa na o maki ahye eye system na omode equality you know e wo
results
no
no
e wo ho no eno na ya na delay no eno na delay because o hwe said the NDC for the digital pa nti omo boy ya papa na ade na ekọ na uhu eye diagram no baby a ekọ say ha na ekọ ha na eba but e say ye ekọ yanim no yisi ntimi adopt sa na mani bi eno na delay eye elections o ka election de nke ya to awie na ya kan wo polling station nka acha nka 2 hours o say nka yisi nsutimi wie ne
maximum entiad enema bi say NDC as a political party now omo no stakeholder in the election process no our systems are ultimately collate our results faster than the election electoral commission no the course why was so no
results wa NDC nya ye ewo ne coalition center na abo 645 mami nyi wa hanom emfa emma because wo mo enya ne ntem esen easy say easy benya ne de eti results na eba ye no eni ewa hanom we say time amede send na abo 650 na bibia
na easy nyanya omo coalition
but
na NDC ayo
coalition
ekuto omo provisional results
omo kita provisional results
okay family committee we concern
NDC ball ne de no babejama enya 10,000 and 803 10,803 na ohwe percentage na 63.33% and na wo munyae and na wo ba NPP ninu a ono nso no de no 4,000 4,000 pepe ebi megu so na ohwe ono nso percentage no a 23.45% and na others omo ka ho ni nyina no omo ka omo bo mu wo omo 1 na wo omo nso de no 2,254 and omo nyaaye na ohwe percentage no a percentage no 13.21 and wo munyae enti no wo hwe 650 a NDC de anya ne results nyina wo honma because na polling station we say omo anase polling station wo ho mo to aba no 113 113 no hanom no na wo mo de no so 114 ti akire na deputy general secretary be kire mi mu say de man ko 114 no general election na eka ho special voting ewo mu wo honom ntina ebe but we no special voting bia enimu ntino na kire say 113 polling station no a omunya no sa time na abo 650 no na results ni nyina aba bidru honom na total valid vote cast na eba no na 17,057 17,057 ena eba ewo honom ena wo hwe
that's the certified results na obobo so
we no NDC coalition center okay no ena wo hwe rejected nso a na 122 122 ena ebaye enti no wo hwe system a NDC de agu akwam a omode quality wo mo results election time a don nika
I see
nika na enra no na akogan ene honorable Barbara se wasamwa na lead team no
okay
omuna na lead IT team no ya wo mo coalition no mehu ma di wo hono mehu computer ma wo hono but na omo no so ye bibi foforo wo hono ti enra de NDC results no time a baaye no na che se nika na ma omo supporters na hu se
but how akumsin bae no okone boko hu
okone boko
because ampete wo ho wa
gidigidi na enra no
how akumsin
wantimi nye gidigidi because police commander no odi animu me refi ne rank ni ntino mfa nche me
Suraj all right
ona na di animu na enra no oma warning wo ho enra no me mo na baso wo ye commander bi oba ye wan free grounds wo wo ho saa till say bibia ende because first no nka abi hu commanders no mo ba omo ne na abi hu we na omo ka no omo ko but we our grounds ho no mo saa and o ma warning say ma obia e ma meye basabasa bia wa hanum abato ne aba and ye ba beto aba.
Did you sense any form of intimidation be e wo say bia I mean the unknown abeti so no try to intimidate the minor ones?
Debbie
no intimidation.
Omo mabeti so ne bae.
Okay.
Omo bae.
Macho for ne begum.
Ebi ne nam ho no mo. One day ogina ne ba bi ne nkofo odi ne nkomo. But obia amfa ne nsa anto obi abeti ana anka obi se and bia wo ye we say nti no me ye say. Police fo no e ban na no omo obo no. Se wunni kwan se wo se wo kowura ha no ma ye ma wo nkɔ ho. Because wo kɔ ho no mo no de ka se ye ma wo nkɔ a e na be ye gidigidi. Na so ne said de wo mo ye barricade no abobobobo omo point no na unni accreditation na ye ma wo nkɔ but don saade we say yen hye ne nso unim say enra ebo awia be say 12 and sana men say come accreditation.
Yeah, that frustration so no on say because the previous day and your team mugum but minim the anti accreditation chess
accreditation ya de request ne call last year last
week okay
last week mu ono mo and e call ye bebe media houses bebre na omuni accreditation na ade a ebo a me ne say uduru on ma police fo bi enim wanim omunim station no etu oye pe na besen ko maybe do a first police station mi wura police ni ba ku bi say accreditation way and am say yisi amame aso am ka kire no yisi amame
I like that yisi amame
and was besen ko and am ko ye de meye and am ye mi wura ha no ma na me ko ha no ma ko ye ti wo mo ni bie no na wo ntimi enko ba bia e wo say wo mo ekọ bebre ti a kire na minya eye accreditation no enti ni say wura eye collection center ho dia and dia wo say wo kita accreditation yes ye ma ti ni wo mo ba ye ya wo mo eni accreditation no na bebre na wo roadside ho no na wo mo ehwe dia
maminti we free ho na fe me ba me no wrap up na me bia ahoma na metiefo so aba enkomo ni mu kakra chairman Maswood Osman afi na me nsa kama no chairman good morning.
Good morning, Dadon.
That's a say, Chairman.
Oh, you're Adam.
Yeah, that's a pan. So, Enra, near free Ayawasu East by no. Unfortunately, man to me, I make history. It's all saying.
The Edikai, my main chair, party for now, my chair party, MPP party, I'm paying for now, my chair, the PC, Baba Ali. The macha Ayawasu is for so the Albo P a bit too about a man 6,000 plus on after election electoral commission declare results on me won't say yes. Me won't say from a before our Nima, inshallah, they're putting more effort in Nima. One day we are going to win the Nima seat. It is not a contest, any contest between the New Patriotic Party and then the NDC. Because this is a constituency from 1992, NPP never won the election. And if you see the gap margin, not a dorsal. But the Emma Yeniki, they will say, look, at NDC. The NDC needs and I'm no jubilee to say, well, winner, I was with here. I mean, catcher to say, I am going to say, they are disgrace. And slowly, the Ayawasu East, they are going to lose it. Because, Papa no now, we are in Magnaza, 2024, just 1 year ago, Papa no year, 22,000 votes. 22,000 no year, what you call parliament. Not in there. Shamelessly, Baba Jamal Baye, with all Nema Oche, Baba Jamal managed to go to parliament with 10,000. If it is that 10,000 from 22,000, 12,000 difference. So when I said 12,000 of people of Ayawasu say no to NDC, say yeah, because of what? Who Baba Jamal, Nipa who person who be MP of that constituency. Oba ye who person who mutu abama as a parliamentary candidate, who could talk mutu, put TV, put Toma, Sika, even we consider Moko in our Uche ma delegate because when him say Ayawasu is the Hoya to say Bantama. So we need promise here automatically Upekra the FEMA campaign. Conform the way NDC a show Muno or Mubeba to Aba amount. So Ayasano, Baba Jamal, a war, hope say, oh, media maybe a candidate no there, NDC there, Ayawasu there, and no one better, so to conform to the now here said, no, every by election or more year. Obehun says sitting government no to be the quick development to be eba. Just we are in a home, yes, we are fair. Ushe Nima run about at the core, no copy, mambo be or copy a card, there's no coin in here, coin out to two. Omo, and this is what we say. Nima and this is what we say by election we buy. Almost say, mother law, because Omunim say, NDC should have opportunity because of by election at the airplane of Kakamo. They say, Baba Jamal Bayet, and these them say it is down deal for them. No single development. Even almost street board for we are finding even almost street board for Ayawasu. There's nothing that is happening in Ayawasu East. So what's in there? Ayawasu East for say no. Yes, we are giving Jaya home NDC. Always they use it as like the try amount. So in this case, yes, them PM Betuaba. So if you look at the resource, and NDC for us, but now, almost stakeholder meeting in Ayawasu, no moving point there. The from 22,000 about 10,000. So then this is Ayawasu for national will say no. Start some way there, so it took the NDC, by 2 o'clock. Now, turn out to me very low. The dawn, and yes, sir, woman will appear force and drop your scar. Me see election is ongoing. NDC for and no more pesca, no more the pickup, no forcing conforce or Mombetuapa. And yes, I 10,000 will be paying Yamanka, woman get 10,000.
I see.
Anka 10,000 you see. Look at the margin, man. 22,000 from 22,000 to 10,000. Then I'm sure everybody that you want to mean 10 out on the side. But this is huge. Now, Obisuka say, and actually, we are there. Be meaning Nima for no move for NDC in the album.
Yeah.
And actually, I started before. Actually, no, ever started, we couldn't be somewhere 3-4 B. Because about to want to start this 7. No. Sorry, 7 o'clock. Actually, we want to stop on to be Tuaba. And Nima also police station the band there. Obi walk crowd, a few crowd, a police station or Obi no Tuaba no. But the conform said no, yan Tuaba. Because John Mahama promised party, the Zongos are not happy with the party. You don't miss that also Nura. One will say, Yanina Zongo for NDC NPP and no Mukasai. Now the component be my friend in Naza Bridge. Who do Naza Bridge? No, they put NDC for people. Youth or youth or some of them are dealing in cattle railing, distance, carving them. Almost see, almost you to know over 40 something or more Basentale office. They went to Basentale office 17 times. Almost 17 times, 2 times no more to whom Basentale. Basentale response to them doesn't show any hope that this guy is going to give them work. So almost see Basentale and Casa, when you're very careful, know the motor well areas, no, or yeah, almost so don't catch woman didn't see here because I will see one day they will beat this guy. Because promise woman now one person from Nima knew almost see woman more bad. Now Muslim conform we only to Abam. That is why 10 out there. So we there, we are happy with the results. Results your candidate are happy, but the question is, where is the 12,000 NDC people no among PM to Abam? And no question mark NDC, no wasiema NDC say they should bite their hate into shame because the results the way it bano. Should I say Ayawasu the omuno hope with the NDC.
I say, Chairman, my enda was say, minim say, every move as studio hanafe, ye BM community no, I said, any day, mom said, also to me, am I in Churchimuno, according to the camp of the NPP. So that's the first national vice chairman for the NPP, Maswood Osman, Chairman Buga, and Outen in Kano. Now, Mene, Papa Magzi, yen senior reporter, Avi, Nafe. Maba yen commercial interviews no a couple of them for the morning nafe yatu aso amam. Later on this morning we'll be joined by Shandorf of the NPP and afe Honorable BA of the NDC Haruna Mohammed MP for Sunafo North. But not chairman ka say enye chiriano ana amam for abeto aba no Papa Maxi. Consider chiriano ono aso ekremoni enso okoy.
Ono si ekremoni ya obi ane said ye oye na ade. Obi wo hono mo ne se oye fast na ompese obi pia abonten. Esan se nia oye no eno ono no ote ase. Na chiriwia no enso e contribute bebree ewo nia ekoye emu ena ebinom nso emeki omu mind say abato no kra no ye nkonkoto on say Ghana ha no no general election any by election difference wom by election no say one sheda educating nkofo pa eya ne ha adwen so mu bepie akoto aba no but yedim say 7th December bia 4 years 7 December bia no eye general election ya kokoto aba eno timi say campaign no etimi kofom pa but we say no campaign no an kofom senia etie nti obi wono mokra mpo a nia moye no onfa ho esan say MP wo ho no no e bia onye bibi wo eye constituency num ema on benefit ye enti ne basa no anipa de bebre na no enkoto aba enti won say ye to aba eduru ba bia presidential no etimi kosoro parliamentary no ewo constituency bi ni nyina eya ade a ewo mu wo ho no mo sa enti no enra de no nipa antoa aba bebiri no one ebinom ko wo madwuma na weekday okọ na adwuma two ebinom nso hu se abato no oye dey oto a wonya hwe NDC wo befa because me ne eye zongo caucus coordinator edi nkomo na o se ebinom no hu ni se primaries no moko ye no eda no na baba jama ewini ye no eno ano no
no ni se no ni abato
no se no ni abato no nti ono no wonti ase nti no tiji se omoko ekọ educate wo mo se abato no se eye sei ni neti a ye ba beto aba enu nti ni ye kwa yanimo no de don yisi ehu se eye by election ba ye nhwe de bia obi anko baabi na yemfa nhye ho no no atense no betimi ama yenya results no bebre e ho ba se koye se debia Tuesday ene e de hye se ye to ni Tuesday a e ba sa no onipa no wo kwa na adwuma ko obi wa obefri ni ma akọ baabi foforo e na akọ na adwuma enti e ba sa no no won sign ma back se wo beto aba e ho no enti
Papa Maxi Nyankopon shop for this year why ni nyina that's our senior reporter Papa Maxi ana wote ne nkan no
FM. Power FM.
I'm sure Dr. Sharp Ababe Kainsa wa anche yene Dr. Sharp bedin komo Basha Ninsuma me say Medimosis nyame adoma fiada we ya fofida celebrating Ghana 69 the Medimosis for ye almost ya fibia omo ye na fiwe so omo nyimumu omo ne monam ewo mapomuden ensemu Inti Medimosis for nyame adoma edafia da fia no pa na wotwen kosi awia no mienu omo ye their annual free health screening Yadi a emotion, it be a prostate, it be a fibroid, and I feel your dental issue. And see, I'm not washing and so Eddie Amaye. All the branches of Medimosis across Ghana. Omo yes sir, a free screening no Eddie Amobia. Where your client, on your client, to meet me a baby. Entino so our dental, almost branch or dental barrier, new site, I won't cry ha. Almost our branch or Ghana Highways Authority or the ministry. Almost branch or AJ Kojo near Ashaiman. And after me, I'm Kumas or more Hinama Kokobe. But the most is phone number here 0244 068447. 0244 068447. Say, Wope baby, aqua free with Nipedu anymore. Walk where I put with them Sampa, Untiashi.
Power the fan.
And I was sick as some wire, dear man. It's a diaba for free, dear. Mr. Wa, Connie and Quest are screening him. What you say? Yeah, that made the Moses was it. Contact Anope Dr. Sharp or Haddock, Yama Kwaba.
A Joshua Penny.
Bibi Aboko, dear.
Bibi Aboko, bending.
Yeah, I like your costume. With your warrior costume, Piano, the Abahan.
Bending.
At the Wusu Icon.
Quantity de Biaco.
I say.
It sounds said, Jumedia Yedin and one say, Debiano, I say, O quad you be a free bibimono. A yokon.
All right.
What I say, Obi ono mukura wadi nsem hunu na obi adomeno e wo kwan bi so
okay
akofa yade abre no obi ono mo obi onim yade nipa bi na ebi timbodu yade obi da ase what you say aha anti santi adwumadie no tambia na yoko yade na ye ayaresa na yesa ni nyina na yoko ene se ene chopa what you say ye bi wa ekopa chew nipa no sesei ayena baby efiri ba no because obi won ma o domewa ensem obeka di akire no wo sane na ekekere gise ni wa ben pa what you me cho ana se gise ani wa ben o tumi anyasa entimi nyeye chopa no kran po ntimi nyeye entimi na migita bofo creator kokoko kakaka de demon chase anankasa a me ye adura eyeye me ni obia obetima challenge me se me ye aduro ma no antimi anyeye what you say se de bia me ba no ma me kire se obi ye yi ma obi na anye ya omfre mo ana anyasa obafre or the evidence baba what in me kire no obi wo no ma obi na aba ne pa tisani last week in crofobia once e bie latum ba ko bi frɛ ofrɛ o se wa kwaye de ebe mpo obetwe me azan o se me ya azan so ka so bi ka sa azan bi azan no ene se obetwe me 3 hours 2 to 3 hours o ka 2 to 3 hours me mada obetwe me sa 2 to 3 hours no eno wasi nensa wanya program o matwa nensa na nensa ne kura okoda kwalebu amu matwa no wodi how many months wo
Dr. Sharp
atini amecho na se aha na obi nso nti yedwumadie na yedi na obi nso se ofiri baby baaye obaaye no ye bo ne bo abrochirefo obi a abrochire ni hwe abrochire ni bia ni wo sa abrochire ni bitimi frɛ se me apart from say me ye edurama no any posting ni nyina no se ma giniska abro beye se me fan se beye 70 million ma abrochire ni mfrɛ
nti say na oji abrochirefo
ani posting no kura na ye no so ye honom no ye dwumadie no honom no
say we post a drone akoma
mia so na post me bibia mia na me ye
mfa
nsoma because we nim wo de small bi kura beti mama ne bribe body bibia ko shem bi kura e ko ka what you say ye be chew nti me de koma custom for no straight mia na mtumi 4x4 e ko ye yi enti say
4x4
say oh na say ndie na wo hia de na metwi
I don't keep 4x4. There's no be on 4x4.
That be na metwi say na ne ho de me dwumadie no do so say ne o mampan mu twi bi no on say o pe eno anompe aha eno no wutimi de ko ba bi enya okwan so ne ade aha ne nyoma so
abroche for dawase Ghana for so dawase
obi enu obetima fresa ena obi wo no mo obaba ye ho no on nipa no o mom frɛ ne o mutimi kae no no se obetwen ye na kai bo no meme ho no mo no obi baba nipa no obeba no yade ne se doctor nkan kire wa me Dr. Sharp me nkan kire wo
mate
what you say obi won man na yade no ebi afre bi enti obi won mo beba won ne yade na eda ne so no bi kura na bebre ka ho ni bi ana ne kidney kura no problem aba ho yade na ebi won ma ema kidney problem ema o se ne enoma enti bi won ma nipa no beba no ye hwa se wo yam nhihye wonti no me ba cho ye nkyira wo yade na ne aye wo ni nyina obi free abrochire bae onum ni kuru na man bae sane me no wo kase yai ma me papa wutie me obae no omoma no pressure duro me pa cha wo ye current ye man na duro kura wie o ma no pressure duro me tie asema eye no ni ade no sane de bia me kase mfidie ensa yade no ye o kire se ade na ye pressure nti o ma no pressure duro wa abrochire but me san kire na say asema na eye no ma me papa enya aba no kwa na ye de ye adwuma ye kita sunsum ni tumi ni anwode me pa cho ye nye bribe ye onum ni ye adwuma pefe se ye adwuma ma na anye ya bra ye de usika be ma me pa cho ye nya bi awo ye ho na bi nsu entimi ensida edna sama ba betena so obi free baabi ba no beduru honum anopa me pa cho obeduru mi fie honum anopa mpa cho obetwan ya no kro obetwan about 3 hours me sore be 4 o'clock me pa cho obi asunsum ni tumi kita me say me pa cho me sore be 4 enu mponu me ba no mintimi amedu traffic ufiri kasoa eba sa netie mi aso da me ya adwuma me nkwa da me ya madwuma me pa cho me ni piaru anasa yibia omshada ye me nkwa adwuma de ni na mpacho me nkwa na me ye me ne mabofo ni mtumi ni mahoden ma me papa sa na tie se oba ye ho na ye ma wadura me pacho ye na ye adwuma di a ye di no ye kire wo sei ya di aba ye ho nyina no aye condemned to no maintenance me pacho president what is krampo ntimi nche obo se yade a ode ba ye hono mpa cho obeti mama doctor bia ya ma apart from Dr. Sharp me ka asem de akire mo ne me ba cho me na me ka che wo Ghana no doctor bia ni wo o ma pani ote so ni watwam ni owo no bia o bia ni wo yade a entimi enko no ene yeye ma me papa wutie me Dr. Sharp din habana ye adwuma sunsum ni tumi ene ne nanamo ade ye adwuma haban no tete no me pacho enu ate sane otumfo asante hene ababedini nanamo ade a oguso ye adwuma sane ete na o sande bi ka ho no me pacho sa na ete me nanamo na ye adwuma die no me pacho ye nya duro mane mfom Samiya droma anye ya bra medusi kabama memo 15,000 Ghana cedi aka ho dabi ameka mesi empaibo ensayade ma me papa hwe ya kire nipa de Ghana fo no mpe ya frane sen nokure ya kire nipa de wanza sofu bia ye program afra chachani da ayi kwata no nensa ne wo se enje bibiam nti eye short a ba mo obi ehu na chini de bi wo no mo de condom no wo hu rubber no de ahye onom no de office pin wo de super guru aye nensa no de office pin atari ano kakra bi e de ya this ya tari ade no na chinti in the name of Jesus wo de woman adwo se e woman na adwo bokwa me pa chaw na chini kwa achacha kono no sa na obehu no me bacho any France o katasa ma me papa wutie me tie nokre na fa ye adwuma Dr. Sharp aba e dia ma obi biara e wo wiase ma me papa ye gibibia di ye yade bia apafra chachakwata kompo ena mumu Dr. Sharp ye yade bia osa yade bia ekwa emabiem me bacho ne tie no ye sa wo yade no na se ankwa me bacho bra ya di usika no bema ya bema 15,000 Ghana cedi ya mo aduro anom obi ho no ma ne yade a ode baba ho no wo ubaka asema kire no onte asema na se bi wa no ma yade no yentimi modin ewo TV so ni nyina yesa apart from chachakwata kompo ana mumu me pacho yade bi yesa sanete bia yade na san even gonorrhea kura no esan betu ba ya no obeka kire nipa no betima ka kire se bia yade we me woni oba Asia yade bi won ma untimi escape ubo mpaye wo yade nyu ebi ba ye wo doctor wonimu ayi edropa no se o triti obi a o infection o triti bema o triti ne yire kan ya yade no bi won ma gise nipa no tu better fidie betima da obi upa mame mo example upa afidie kana kura ene ya se o si wo diabetes a me pa cho wo de anya ne anopapa kwa check wo ba bi baako san kwa another place na kwa another place na we bia ma figure fofura mame papa doctor say ye operation san say what the machine a check say machine no anya de ben enkyere yade bi a ewo mu bebre de ekere beto ya wasi ohun hwe ebe wi ase no so de sika etwa mu me ba chaw de na okwakọ hwe machine ehunu de na okwakọ hwe ya ho nya matra makwe na santie ya gibibia di sharp one sharp ya sofo hwe asofo no sharp enkontompo no mpe enti no de ne nanam haba no ya adwuma oba mpaye obi malaria na aye no me pa atwa asore dan enko ya by bonsa ya de unim tama ye call mountains prophet Ebenezer adakwa yi adom opambo ya nuom na call mountains any fruit of Christ so for my friend Achampo Bintu complex onokura watua 98 kura mi watua ska tro satam no yusu bench vibutu no bi watua ska e de ama me ne so for opambo da 1998 asem na make akire wono no wa park na yi ne car ne bench no kura wo ayi Kumasi Tech wo me ne ne tre ma me papa yenim ne wo wiase ya gibibia di meme wanu meje Sheikh Mustafa Nu Asarebutu National Chief Imam di Chen obia apart from no the late Apostle Kwadwesafo me pacho sa na tie ba ko dia me dia te ma me papa sa na tie ya gibibia di wo Ghana anu ma enkoye bibi se ye gina so se asem me mfantu dwa me gibibia di me yesofo ena me chwo me ya atwea panyini pa me janto anso anyamadi eya adwuma nti me genidi me gidi me ginogbokodi me gitachima mbotwroa eno kra no me madwade atrema tachima me genidi ma me papa hwe ya obabi wo no ma niema bebre aya breba no ya obabi wo no mo ma kwan ma onya bibi bet me no tumedia me bedi no eye pefe eye no kre se obi ye duro mo ne yese anya ya bra ya diskane be ma se wate ne meka no ya mfa ma wa report ma enani aba police station bi si da asima ye betimi di atoso se me ya asima na me se ankwa asima fo nyina opa ma president mo momra se ankwa IGP nchimintum se 60 years on nchimintum what ya se eno na duro na ye ketua bi o ketua bi be se ni nyina kra ne bu anya de ewe asima wanya 50 years ya
kete
ya ketua bi be se hwe obi hwa me be se eba down ya de ma no ma ayemachi take 5 hours pe me pa cha no ano no sa da tie obi biara otie bia no sunshuma ye adwuma no ewa Ghana no se wa mu ani ana ohu
okay
vice president ex vice president oye kramoni eduru abatu ai onye kramoni okọ asode fie enya sa kwankwa asode
Roman sorry them
Roman ni ade enu kura de ye sheik kura no odi be ye yi kura no okọ Roman mi se sheik de dan ka woka meka vice president okọ asode dem baby kura yi software de ne ve no gu ne so what you say what you say what gu ne so what ni ame cho na se ada na nkramofu anka bibia edu baby kura no yeso akobosum fie what ni ame cho mimi gibibia di enti mimi dwumadi a medi no pefe menza obia se wan hweye obi biara nhweye na wo kita obi akita enhyira ene nneoma na de ba asase so fi se before sperms betimi aform nipa no e be 5 billion ba ko pedetimi
5 billion sperm
you pa bisa doctor bia bi kura bro
so we a doctor na wo
wa me kire wade me wo pa ne
okay
o ma yesi no mo se 5 billion sa na tie what you say ensu nipa ba ko pe ada na tem won so bi wo tre kura na history nti ade be 5 billion no e den na baako na timi mienu kura na ya asem miensa 4 kura mpo de government no bam sa na tie obi bia da otie no ye gibibia di meme gibibia duabone ade nyina megidi kanka blakune o ye yayi meme firi kranka megidi ampu majampipi bibia megidi sa na tie me yesofo wate de mecho no enkyira sei ya so bibi ye nim ne wo sunsun ne wonam sa na tie ne me ka kire wiase nyina ni wa ye adura ma wa anye ye no say ye mfesika no ma report ma police station
Dr. Sharp
me wa kasua
okay call
uba me wonu ma me wa kasua
come me
fa kasua ka
call
naka so besu overhead na se
overhead
so usu kasua overhead na se a kasa ukọ fa new market car naka so besu ADB bank so usu ADB bank ya biso obi a wo no me se anaka kire obi a se ukọ Dr. Sharp ewo ADB bank ukasa nipa bia enim everyday bia ye adwuma me wanum bibia eyenti no consultation eye 200 Ghana cedis
consultation
ni card e be ya ma yetie wa asem ni card e be ya ma nyina ukọ ba bi okra brosa mbake ye 200 Ghana cedis ene yaje tetede 2 million sani obi abetimi aba abehu ne ekoso
okay
ana no aboa ho fo yade no ankasa no ye kire wo ni ebege a utua bi ni ya start aduro na ma wo di start aduro na hu se eya se obaba utua no uji aduro na utua ye wo aduro ntini ye di kan ye di aduro no ma what ase sa na tie ye di aduro no ma na utua na nkakra nti sanka nye ya ugu so awo no no be se nye nti nka obejai sa na tie mami papa numbers in wo TV na nim no atiefu atiare ya de ma mo ya de aduro ma anye ya mesi obi frew seme maye aduro ma anye ya within the same rafi
the don
mema 1 billion 100,000 Ghana cedis ya wo TV stations akasia wo Ghana nyina me pa cho ne susu ni nyina pa cho the same promises wo so
there sooner ni XYZ
binum ne susu no se enye monko a se XYZ so
CNN ho Al Jazeera ho BBC
Ghana de me mubobi
Ghana oh why not
Onua Onua TV
ho so ko ho
anye ho
Captain Smart
oh one day on be 3 onim bebre
Captain Smart ni mo
the dada what you say onim Sharp
Dr. Sharp for numbers to Ghana for yanko
adum baby okay adum TV omo nyina nim Sharp
okay
any kwame amu nyina omo interview omo nyina ya mo ya promise 1 billion sa anye ya the 1 billion be mo
obi anu wa just 1 billion
obi fra ya be ma no 1 billion say ya adwuma anye ye sa da tie ne ya kire no numbers ne
0266
14 another 14 6 9 0266 14 another 14 6 9 050 554 19 96 050 554 19 96 abroche from say enko we pe na ya WhatsApp fatu team 020 489 74 54 020 489 74 54
Dr. Sharp
wanya yin susu a TikTok Dr. Sharp ubehu number baby eye adwuma
Facebook wo
baby eye adwuma
X nyina
Instagram nyina baby bi wo no ma yenko no ma bi kura na meminim
say wo man be ya ma wo na ye agency for
o mo fechire me am personal yi na na de yi every day bi am ye adwuma nyame nhira until na nim
yeah, that's it, Dr. Sharp. Soko na mape. All right, so me call for a quick break about me back.
Tiefo ni ahwefo nyina enenso yemfa enchastronko emfi True Word Pharmaceutical Company Limited emamo yakase True Word Pharmaceutical Company Limited mama yena yakra enura hodo edi free India edi abedu o my Ghana mu ama FDA for aye nhwehwemu edi afa yenu ni nyina ho agya to musi yenu no eye papa ntino Ghana for emfansa wo mo ho yare enura True Word Pharmacy edi abadwaman so ni nyina no eye India hahama ena yakeka bom edi aye abandro ya eni susanso boni bia na bibia ye ka kyerem se yaso ye hono no yemfa aduro baako ense yare mienu anase miensa yenu no baako bia esa yare baako na nemeje brani adaje na yedi nkomo ede afa emema ene ema ho esanse Ghana emema no dodo na na ebre ehunu amane ewo kete so enu ntina ene True Word Pharmacy ye pese ye gibre na ye ne mudi nkomo kakra mepa cho wo ye bema na wo ye mre wo kete so anase wo ntime mo adwuma wo kete so wo no oba hyiam na sisi ya uhu esane wa mepa cho yi wasum metie miyi enye ensanom na enye enu obi a sabi aphrodisiac ewo mu a ebema wutra pawo na ho aye hyehyeshi ye wo India dro wo ho a ye frɛ ni May 40s May 40s na eye India hama ene yakeka bom ede ayesa abando ya hunuma eninsunsan so boni bia na uye bema na sabio stress ene enemu yare ne enema bi ama waye mre ewo kete so a me patro bomodi ase obema osaka May 40s ni bi May 40s ene da TV screen so no enura ye dia ba o my Ghana mu ama edi mema asem edi ema omo uye bema na sabi obema na afo aye ketekete a ema emusan yedu abeko a edi ahoden sonko eba mu bema de ewo se oche umema asem ewo empaso enti uye bema na waye mre wo kete so a woni mento nchia na hwehwe May 40s echi akwan me pacho ukoda nwumre bia sima aduasa 30 minutes ansa na obekọ kete so no odi fa ba koma me na ade echi a wabo modin afre ye number na ede screen so no odi asede manyame no na odi asede ne bi ma True but from True Word Pharmacy na me pacho ye nuanom man so a mutie ye nya mumu me pacho uyo ba na wutie me na sabi umensese ne emaye eba oti pains ewo wahin fi honom the normal days ewo se odi bu nsa no wuntimi emu nsa sa oba wuntimi enyinsen onyinsen ana afa esanse humors na ewo ebemu watokosua every month na ahodin bia enimu me pacho bomodin ase obaji yedu aye friend Lady Fort uko TikTok no so uko Facebook a emma wo mo social media no so agi yedu Lady Fort na tuma womu ensini from krani tichu ni emma womu pe awo ene emma sabi ensufi egu womu a enkaboni ewu mu afi ade ba ko Lady Fort eye mamenu mo ma pa eye oba woni atenka ewo kete so won sesese asofo na ahyaase preach se uye bema na se uyire eni atenka anaso odofo no eni atenka ewo sese bi ode wano na ewo se one no eda na eye konisa ade a ene se so ni demu a enkopem emre dodo sen ena sabio wode wano ene dabia wodofo ebehia wo mpam na tete na saade ene eni ho na ye pa kyese ye papa nom ene ye mamenom na wo mu enya anije ewo mpaso ana me pa twa uyo oba na wunni atenka ewo kete so a enye sabio ukunu anasa wodofo no na dabia betete ni se wonfa ne tachema na so wonfa na no enye adwuma ewo se uyo ho aduru na nya aduru bia nso na aduru hwehwe India fo aduru a eye India hama na yakeka bom e dia ya habandu ya ye friend lady fort ekọ kusiesie o minu aba ama wonya atenka wo kete so na abekọ na wonya atenka no na ebua ohumons na ewo onipadua no ama na anya hode sonko nti every month bia edu ovulation period no na otukosue wie na oni bema akokohie mu a afi watimi anyensen awo afa ho afa oba na yekọ yenimu no na meka wo se true World Vision capsules no me pacho eno nso ewo dwaman so eni aduru a eno na Ghana fo edinim True World Pharmacy ankasa no True World Vision capsules a abibia ye ne mudi nkomo efa ho me pacho wako hospital na doctor akacho se wanya glaucoma na pressure bo wani so wani esota yo wisi eprunsu eso yo hene na wo pesa aye kokko wanu munua na so enko me pacho ade benwa wo hwe wu hunu ewo akira wo hwe wu hunu obi a ade san na isumadu no wo hunu ade kwa na se obi a etesi nani so me pacho bomodin a se obehwehwe India fo adu a ye Freddy True World Vision capsules ene da o TV screen so no abidia na meka se for mobile phone twa enye sa udu pharmacy honum anaba dia ye ton adu no na ebi ni ho a ye beyi adu fufuro na ama na mama ukonom na se amoawo usika ene watu agu nipadua na kane anyame de ama yen eyeyani enti abibia wani ho asem de ewo se oma eho asem ehia opa me pacho enu ye de abadwaman so no edoso esan ebenti no yentumi emubo ni nyina so uye bema na wonya mfichi aduana ekro na wonya prostate yawe a ye wo prostate leave ewo honom me pacho obi a waposo eyo ye wo joint fortis na afi ye wo never alive a eno eboa obi a owo intinu mu yawe me pacho se wonya mujabroso anase wo BP da bia ko hospital ye se wonya hypertension ye wadu tatahwe ewo honom ena obi a wonya esichi yare diabetes wonso ye wadu azaka ewo honom a ebebo se ye boy yare so anase entumi am yare so no fa ye number na eda o TV screen no so no 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 0558 724 302 and 059 558 2628 059 558 2628 yeda ya hwefo ene yetifo nyina ase na wotwe dasene ye no mo besinyeshi
na kwa me taxi driver na enkane na misisi eso misisi ama kame na to na twetweme binya 3p garlic misa no aboa me pa adunu ata miracle bi wu adunu je se mafunu pra se di sia twimi anka me humi esi so se me humi ana esi so obeka se di obibi hye me so bi no na ye normal mi BP na ti no ti pa me sa 3 days ni adunu anka se de nyankopon de ayi bi ahodi se ma ebi ti nya sam ketwa ana se we de me fro aka so na me fa nse me nkwa na
me de abe pa se 3 years ni ana asemi gina wa me mo se sinya se me kwa me de na ko bi amu so much me dru abe 6 years ni tema bi am ye maji se ne me jaina nti saya le nem kumi preko ene podi ana me koto 3 garlic mixture ni tema me kase yankupo ni yam se ende ya me no kase me wa to me a me din wa me mte ase
3 garlic mixture ubenya bi wo memu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops Fred Piwak e wo 02489288824 and 0201000002
Communications Director for the Christian Council of Ghana, Executive Director of the Atamils Institute, an election observer, Enra by elections na Ekosu Ayawasu East. I'm talking about a former Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Koku Anyudoho, Ewa Humani. So, Koku Yamwachim Wakwaba. Daboko, dear boss. Yeah, that's it. I'm saying right. If we are man for mu, you who are ya so by election, I say as an election observer, no. Then a bar so Sam.
Oh, man, it's for me. I careful. Yeah, that's what I'm process or not about searching every. The man. Oh, you know, I have been actively involved in election matters for the past almost 30 years. Actively as an active politician. But in the last 6-7 years, I've become an accredited international elections observer. So I've been doing a lot of work with ECOWAS. Locally, 2020, 2024, no institute. We got accredited by the Electoral Commission. Elections now also. So this one by election, we're still interested because of course, primaries in near course so in semi area. And no elections, so by 5:30 I was in the constituency and stayed in there for throughout. At the end of the day, the dawn. Election now. You declare results, Ama, Omo, Baba Jamal, Abaso. So we thank God. The media for Henry Drew baby. As the media for Namoyad also see police for no cry. The way people besiege the constituency, but it is good that you did it so that now be any of the BR. So we thank God for beautiful by-elections done.
But Kokubuaya, so going as an election observer, what do you set out to achieve in an election?
Now, for us, per our training, elections are the most important thing are here on the E-Day, election day, and observing the election management body. That's the technical term, the election management body. So in this case, Ghana's Electoral Commission is the election management body. So when you go out, there are certain things that you want to look out for. So first of all, polling stations, were they set up on time? The EC, Ejumai4, Etumidru, polling stations, Ewo, Emetapemu. Omu to me, she share Nyama, because I say, about 7 a.m., which means that the polling stations must be set up before 7 a.m. with all materials available. EMB for electoral commission staff, can they be identified properly? Yes. It's not blue vest. It's blue. Where EC official. Then two critical things. And is a voters register voters register because no and the base material they better abandon. Then the ballot box, was it secured in the presence of the agent? And it's answer a bit silly ballot box no kukwemu and answer na bonti no be eguye because kukwemu ebi na unwanted material be a ballot box no answer na silly kukwemu. So it's critical that you seal the ballot box in the open for everybody to see foreign material be any ballot box no answer na started about or no. So these are some of the things you look out for. Then the ballot box, is it placed in the open? And answer a share baby. So the ballot box must be put in the open because it's a public voting. You must vote openly. But before you cast your ballot, you must be able to vote in secret. But there are two different things. Casting the ballot watching to cast and so we are what they call two ballot box, that's casting your vote.
Yeah.
But before you cast your vote, you must be able to now print the ballot paper. And not only secret ballot. So the polling booth, is it placed in such a manner that when I'm voting, nobody can see who I'm voting. So then as an observer, these are the things that we look out for vis-a-vis the election management body.
Beautiful.
Electoral commission. They say,
yeah, and after, I mean, the entire process, how would you describe the by-election and the general conduct of the electoral commission? Because one reservation I buy here from media personnel, they say, as at 10 a.m. process ne kosokrano, no munya accreditation, so they had to use their own skills to do the coverage. So after about 12, an electoral commission, more media accreditation, meaning did this come to your attention as an observer?
Well, I got my accreditation. In fact, I had two different accreditations. One for observing the elections, and then another one which will allow me to enter the collation center. So I applied and I got it. Now, the question is that did the media people apply in time and not only delay and not easy to delay? The chicken and egg situation, because I applied in good time, I got my accreditation.
Yeah.
So every year I by election, people took it for granted, and maybe application letter and accreditation letter and content. Because if you want power to come for accreditation.
Yeah.
So it is possible that some media houses delay in sending their request to that. Isn't that easy? So but that one I'm not sure what happened. But if it was also a mistake on the part of the EC, then it must be corrected in the future elections.
But a final one, and also a pay reporter, my Indian into meaning say no, observers will look out for any collation because reporter Indian said the NDC were able to collate their results far ahead of the EC. So as around 6:30 p.m. no much me a collation and declare results whereas our EC went later into the night. And yana a worrisome and
There's nothing worrisome about that. There's nothing worrisome about that at all. Don't forget that political parties, almost agents every polling station.
Yeah.
Now, they create their own protection center. After 5, they're making kind of Alhaji Dauda Police Station 1, Alhaji Dauda Police Station 2, St. Kizito Police Station 1, St. Kizito 2. So, I know I tell by 6 o'clock. If I'm an agent at the police station, I have my figures. You two, you are at the police station, Alhaji Dauda, you have your figures. So we quickly send it to the party's collation center. But for us, for the EC officials, that's the end of the job.
Yeah.
They now also, every polling station must go through EC's own processes. Your best signing, the 3 sheets, the declaration form, all those things. You say we because many agents, you're not trying, say you're signing in 3 sheets, say you're signing 3 sheets. With the party collation center. Say, hey, I'm not going to tell you wow. Also, the only buyer, you're not 100 wow. So that is why when the EC is declaring, they use the word certified.
Yeah.
The certified, we've got the amendment, and then the party collation center, and not certified. It's not certified by the electoral committee. Yet the answer can say you're not 77 or you're not 88 or and you recommend the party for and almost one more year collation of baby. But before you can do the final declaration, all the agents at every police station must sign that thing sheet. The returning officer there must sign the so there are processes, technical processes nothing as if I'm saying, this is bar.
Yeah.
It is those certified results. That things is no. And I'll bet you with your court. And you call your case. Then you want to come out parties through WhatsApp, through the NGO, and not to be no court. So it is possible, and most of the time that's what happens. Political parties here, you're not here, but if you and no Nejuma, if you so inquire of us to be here, Juma. And so that is what normally happens. And yesterday also, the good thing I saw was that security from Amfa Adena Akwadro.
Yeah.
My interaction with the security from yes, intelligence report of Benyani United said, Ebekoso, was now so, they cannot take anything for granted. They cannot take anything for granted. So,
Matthias, yeah.
You're not saying my data. They cannot take anything for granted. So, they had to make sure that they were on the ground. And it was good that they were on the ground and make sure that everything went on well. Like I said, no media phone also mobile. Now, on a personal note, we read technical ones. No. On a personal note, I continue to remain NBC, whether people like it or not. But I'm allowed. I'm allowed to do my professional job.
Yes.
And then I can say, NBC doctor do or theater. So here me tell you.
Of course.
NBC doctor do or here me tell you. NBC lawyer or court. NBC lawyer or court. NBC driver. And I'm circle of a passenger. NBC driver. NBC media man or NBC media man. So you know, yes, some time ago, I was an office holder.
Yeah.
So my whole job was NBC. I had no option because I was an office holder in several positions. So I had no option. It was NBC. Today I am no longer an office holder. And that's what people are refusing to understand.
Yeah.
I am no longer an office holder. The party went to Congress. The party took a decision. Now you no longer be an office holder. Am I not allowed to also work as a professional in other fields? Am I not allowed? So why is this extreme dislike to hate them for Kokoanyi because I used to be an office holder. We went for Congress. The party decided that you no longer be an office holder. I wasn't angry. I stayed to the very end. I accepted the result. I have moved on to do other things. Today, there are new people who are office holders. It is their job to do what I used to do some time ago. Why are people refusing to understand this simple logic? I am no longer an office holder. And I have a family to take care of. I shouldn't work. I should not work. I should just be entering the space of office holders and doing their work for them. With which mandate? Tell me, with which mandate? Tell me, sorry, I'm not going to I said, I'm here. But sorry, I'm not going to I'm here. The rabbi and the man who crying. Because I'm a office holder. Oh, we are making a demand. If I'm not a good year, Juma, so please, the insult, the women is a traitor, and blah blah blah. Oh, you only do my terminal or office.
Yeah.
I know, office no here, Juma. I know what's that here. But oh, you didn't matter. I don't know, so sorry, Uncle Juma. Tell me, don't know what you didn't matter. I don't know, sorry. Uncle Pastor Cortez, I don't know what Juma. Talk about it here. I don't know what you do here, and then you will be different for. I don't catch a jackpot, you know. Hey, and see that. I don't. But you see, I've just chosen this platform to explain this thing, and I'm sure this morning there will be some one or two people who are going to say, okay, we understand. Because yesterday, at the by-election, many NBC people that I've worked with in the past, you know, they came around.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to explain myself to them.
Yeah, Kokumi too. Good.
I was able to explain myself to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, honorable, now we understand. Except that we miss you. I said, I can understand why you miss me. I can understand that you miss me. I also miss you people. But unfortunately, the rules do not allow me to engage the way I used to engage. But I've moved on. I'm doing other things. So I'm a theologian. I'm doing things. I'm an ECOWAS international elections observer.
Yeah.
I'm doing other things. I write. I'm consulting for people. I'm consulting for government along the sub-region. If for some reason my own government doesn't want me, can I force myself on the government?
David, I mean, you are still a citizen of the Republic.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
I'm working as a citizen of the Republic in good standing. So I'm a citizen in good standing. Because of political reasons. That is their business. I can't force them. I can't force them to love me.
Yeah.
If Christian or buy or they assembly by a them. So if people don't like me, it doesn't worry me. Because I know that there are many. If there are people who love me and appreciate a million times more than a few.
I know.
Their time in their echo chambers, talking to me. They are in their echo chambers. A few people, 10, 20 people in the same echo chamber. What they say is what they hear. And they believe that that is what the whole world is saying. So when they get out of the echo chamber and they see you are progressing on other platforms, then they get angry. They are shocked. They are. Sorry, giving my time to that is your headache. It's not my headache.
Nana may say no, fantastic.
Talking about Baba Jamal.
Yeah.
Baba Jamal is a personal friend and colleague. Prior to the elections, in my capacity as a Ghanaian individual, I was engaging him. In fact, if you remember, or many people will not remember.
Yeah.
As recently as November 2020, on my ECOWAS mission in Guinea-Bissau, Baba Jamal was then Ghana's High Commissioner to Nigeria, also accredited to ECOWAS.
Yeah.
So Baba Jamal was also in Guinea-Bissau on that as the High Commissioner, representing ECOWAS High Commissioners at Guinea-Bissau. And the pictures are there in the open. I'm sure it was on social media. Those who saw. So both of us were there on ECOWAS ticket this November year. Little did we know that by election way better. And we have had engagement. Now, in 2000, when President Kufuor came, so no, 2001. So the election was 2000 and about 7th January 2001. Those who remember the story, Niana President Kufuor the NDC for Ghana. Stephen Rollins, they keep inviting the DNI, keeping there the whole day. After harassing our people. That was when a few of us, myself, Baba Jamal, Fifi Kwete, Elbisifi Ankra, Haruna Idrisu, and a few others formed the NDC Youth Forum. And now President Mills, the Kukuyo office, not mine. That was our meeting place. NDC Youth Forum 2001. Myself, Kokwanido, Baba Jamal, Haruna Idrisu, Elbisifi Ankra, Fifi Kwete, Ludwig Roger, Yakun, Gadiel Aqua, Gizope, Clarissa, Kolache, and a few people. That is where we started the crusade to fight for the NDC. And we fought very well. Subsequently, 2005, Kofodia Congress. And now Senukitia as General Secretary for the first time. Baba Jamal and LDC Ankara from the Youth Forum were Senukitia deputy. Still, this NDC Forum. Baba Jamal and LDC Ankara were Senukitia first deputy. That's my office no Paloma. Then I remained at Kuku Hill. I was working at the bank then, but Kuku Hill was still my base. Then by 2005, I resigned fully from the bank and went at Kuku Hill office as head of communications, director of operations, all kinds of things. So headquarters. We were working closely together. Now we won the election in 2008. I moved to the presidency. Baba Jamal went into parliament, moved into government. Now, Asedu Ketia remained as general secretary. His next two deputies were Kofi Adams and George Lawson. Fast forward, President Mills passed on. We won 2012 elections. 2014, I moved to the headquarters as Asedu Ketia's deputy. George Lawson remained as deputy. So myself and George Lawson were Asedu Ketia's deputy when Asedu Ketia became general secretary for the third time. Now, I'm giving this trajectory for people to know how far I have known Baba Jamal personally.
I see.
And our relationship, in this called NDC, National Democratic Congress. So personally, while I was there yesterday, professionally as an observer, of course, my NDC spirit was solidly behind Baba Jamal. And I'm glad that we won in spite of the challenges. Look, Mother, and these are some of the truths that people don't want us to say, but they don't. Maybe a Mecca, name can be due, but it's sad. Yesterday, when I was at the constituency, a government in power, I didn't see any support for Baba Jamal.
Oh.
In terms of human beings. Say yes by election. Yes by election. Government in power, incumbent government. By election, the energy, constituency. I didn't see. And at the collection center also, final declaration, I didn't see.
Oh.
So, I'm telling you, the final rally at the on Sunday, I didn't see. So, what is this issue? So, is it true that some people really didn't want Baba Jamal to contest? And so when he won the primary, they decided that, look, we don't care. We won't show any support. Now, you see, the people go here, at the end of the day, in spite of the low turnout, Baba Jamal has won. God willing, God will give us life. He'll be sworn in as an NDC member of parliament.
But Miba, a Sunafun North member of parliament, Honorable Haruna Mohammed, be or studio house, some come out to say, proud to a year the by-election, you know, NDC national executives led by the national chairman, Omo Koho, there was another teamer, the chief of staff, Honorable Julius Debramo, any others, and you now control almost support to him.
They don't. I'm not going to go into any labyrinthine argument.
Well,
I'm talking about what I saw yesterday.
All right, okay.
I'm talking about yesterday, 3rd March, Tuesday, 3rd March 2026. I'm not going into any historical labyrinthine analysis. No, I'm not going to waste my time on that. I'm talking about yesterday. Was he there yesterday? You should give me a break. Was he there yesterday? What I'm talking about. Haven't you seen by-elections in this country before? Are they not the parliamentarians who signed? He is not part of the signature. Didn't he agree that Baba Jama shouldn't come into parliament. He wants us to go into that argument. Giving their caucus statement, 16 caucus statement, sign that useless and useless letter. Still haven't wasted my time this morning at all.
Right. Kokumiana Wasiano pay for your input. Honestly, your job as an observer, no why ne perfectly. Na no sans me Musa say what fi NDC asan brain.
One I come baby. Have you ever heard me say I play the NDC? Have you ever heard me say I play the NDC?
No, please.
It's not that I said Kekau came out some time ago and said he has suspended me. And consistently, I have said nobody gave me a letter. There were no processes. You know, this conversation, they're done. We will have it in a very interesting manner one day. You know,
sure.
This God that I serve, I won't stop serving him. He's taking life of time. At the time that I said you are suspending me, I was no longer Deputy General Secretary. You understand? I was no longer Deputy General Secretary. I was not about this program.
Okay.
The NDC is a voluntary organization.
Yeah.
As a member House of Folk, and I'm a partner. Now, you know, we are sorting for I'm in the House of Folk support you. What did you do? What did you do? And I asked now, I've been named Arsenal saying, now, you know, I see a party resolution there, the Arsenal supported you. What did you do?
Kokuma, Mamina was no pay. Mamina was a big man.
Well, thank you very much. Have a brilliant day and thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks for having you too. Koku Anyidoho, a former Deputy General Secretary for the NDC. Now he's in theology, serving as a communication director for the Christian Council and also as an election observer and also the executive director for the Atamils Institute. Onuna no pay Yeje Bre and no Eche and Komoni bi and
Listen. When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Pro Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation. With special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Pro Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April, 2026, at the Pro Convention Center, ATBA, go to www.probusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Pro Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
Dem say butu. Ewo bosumi match mo. Yes, celebrating Kanaman. Erenti community football Kasiepa. Eni di etudwa ewo afimo. Eye Lawson, Direman Community Gala. Mibinda eni kwesi debia 57th of March, ekwesi 28th of March. Action no eye live ewo Kakari Astotep. Ewo Dansuman last stop. Erenti bra. Behead tackles, goals, drama, bra. Na yen kambom, yen jiani, na yen local talent no eswedi. Diobedi kai ebenya 40,000 Ghana cedis. You better see me ebenya 30,000 Ghana cedis. You better see me ensa ebenya 20,000 Ghana cedis. You better see me ebenya 10,000 Ghana cedis. Lawson Direman Community Gala, powered by Lawson Direman Peters, Lawson Direman Ataji Ginger Liquor, Lawson Enterprise, proudly Ghanaian. Official poll! Power Independence Jackpot! Mansako! Goldman Sachs. Ghana Free. And when you there. 69th Independence Day. Also Friday, 6 March 2026. On Yaza, you will wave the flag and quote. Richard Get no coffee la Jean Kudi Sika. Independence Power Jackpot. 69th edition. Taylor in the big. 9 day before mobile phone. Now dial *274#. Select option 2. Power Jackpot. Ticket to Kubia, 10 Ghana cedis. Into the more to tickets and no chances of winning a Susura no call. Let's see cannibal flow amodama. 9 winners, but for 690 Ghana cedis. Akufie and paying a pabazi. Ticket to Kubia, 10 Ghana cedis. 9 day before mobile phone. Now dial *274#. Select option 2. Power Jackpot. Taylor in the big. Kofi guys, headache, sombo. Osodi, na nipa buried inside na dress na enkono na abochoko wo wankone ya. Oh, me home family back okra. Ma hospital kra ma e ka chem se malaria. Malaria nru su ma no. Osodi, e ka edu herbal clinic. Malaria wo beto na ta. Wo de dru bia ba wo fan edek malakio mixture. Mamumbo bi na no. Malaria be Edek Malakio mixture. Genome na omoto. Edek Malakio, anu adin, etumi malaria papa. Edek Malakio betimi fever no ho. Eti de yi hame. Edek Malakio mixture. Ebema wonu atoso. Edek Malakio mixture. Eye papa. Enti bi omoja mu nsa wo 3D. Ansa na wa fa 3D edu. Apemfo abata wo mo manufo ne kwada wo ne fiedi mienu nka ho. Edek enkwasombo FDA ahwehwe sa edwadie krato mu agya to mu se eye. Malaria be
President Mama oko. By election saben na President Mama oko campaign. Any po dia of front campaign no from the Flagstaff House. You are a friend is saying chief of staff and the front campaign in Akotia. We saw it in Akotia. Tamale crowd then I see what did the make say? The same thing. And he said Obeja kase party and support you. Then Buwa kasa no papa say and before the show chairman kasa ansem no. Propaganda na we. And he did. The here ya when we me kura na me say betiaba be 50 cents but at least my idea ya when say na before no say no music na especially ya nipa ba ko sakoje independent no no so ma when you eh obuti nya kokodo how cruise as way obuti nya kokodo ko we are when ya was his obu candidate the am say me ni do ko di Baba Lee see. Me do ko di here. But I'm say no homeboy or home. Or homeboy more. Every how share social media. The commentary bi obi say ayawa Swiss and NDC. Who connect omodada we say o ebeto ma wa. Na matri o da. Wa kaza da wutu abra. Wa kaza o no wo say we there. O beto ma kan and no I'm say good. Baba Jama. Yeah. Baba Jama's name is a household name in NDC. Eja Yesu sanu dia ye nyini no. Yeah. Woman na your friend is saying na ye me like say mentor mo. Na the lies of Baba Jama come. Yeah. Obia general ampo ebedi general secretary deputy general secretary. Yeah. You know such chairman what general secretary more than 60 years, I got 20 years. Or Baba general secretary. Na Baba Jama was a deputy general secretary. Yeah. Baba Jama are rising through the runs and fall of the party to the extent say impo what did be that? Yeah. So that should tell you say such a person your friend in a caliber no and tell any party ni you can't more bravo party and as a money can be. Yeah. Now what's our experience? The experience in a Katia cross what me ko seat. A typical MPP. Your friend is saying constituency Akotia. But we are the city, no. I'm here lose no asaba. So you could see the kind of experience about the parliament And I'm sure same parliament chair. Every can look at leadership. It's the people of Iowa East. I think they are fortunate.
Okay.
To have a friend is a seasoned a politician like Baba Jama, an experienced politician like Baba Jama.
Right.
But I think say I'm a constituency I feel first time as I feel extra 1 year. You can see it me be the bois. Yaman for. It's no. So that make before his experience in the networking in the party law. I think say I was the people of Iowa made the right choice.
Right.
Yeah.
I
know you will not disappoint them as well.
Good. I'll be back to you now. We talk about operation now. Cocoa farms now. MPP for us We'll talk about it. But Shandov Buama, it's a member of the NPP's communications team. Yes, nice looking young man. Shandov, very potent communicator.
Potent one.
And now no pay on so bekens. Shandov for crab and saying. Yeah, that's it. So now we look at causing making history while I was so east, but unfortunately still more to me.
No, the more because I
make that history. Nah, who saying?
Yeah, I don't pay the main far in Chiama with you for no phone na. Na min chamini abe mahau na so. Miss Ancha your flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, and then me am a box. Dr. Palgrave watch it down kwa. Doc, I know baby will be a mature. Men no cre say no idea na about on the course so. When you are in the same cacao, I can't far. Coconut do na me more baby. Na no cre say oka say you're a cocoa or you'll be our brow party in pain. He's also a young man like I am, and he's also coming up in you can't say in politics. He's an MP, I understand, but in terms of friends, I hope and pray that he's able to also serve Ghana and serve the great NDC party, well. Now, your friend is saying, to me, assume Ghana in that regard. Now, I'm on here, the Dodone. Intina and say MPP no say bibi na say bibi ba apa you find a way to deal with the issues. You're Koku say na or Kaseya he still feels a bit disgruntled. Kwanya ye didn't far so say on few party near the me. I've always said say your party money are their structures into say the will be form party structure near there. We have to take that person through the various disciplinary procedures and other actions but we na can say there are about thousands of people to following one person into you need now what to keep that into consideration. No one say your chini person could see baby at a point you also give that amnesty for the person to also think of coming back and yeah then now okay say MPP na kwa question china all kinds of smoke. There be MPP there be na kwa question echi. When you are no more MPP or on the floor of parliament when he is seen after the kind of Omakoyo debate or plenary na say ebi amo abontin cafeteria and other places or any MP colleagues edin koma if anybody takes a picture of us or kase just because or kasa with the colleague MP or MPP there, does that mean that or can say he's in bed with the MPP? I think when you make such claims it does not help, and that will not connote say or in bed with the MPP. You know your personal relations with ourselves before say be a war different political ideologies, so that cannot be true because maybe for the first time perhaps today we become friends watching maybe so we can say there are many need to be war restaurants say and how here I think that is not the way we should go about it. Message said that is not it. Celebrating. Oh, I mean, Akutia and you can say Ayawasu is there. Like my brother said, it has always been the stronghold of the NDC. Good. And I think the time I became anywhere closest was around 2000. I've forgotten this man's name. Kofi Wayo.
Okay, yeah.
For the contest, yes. And even that particular election, NDC for I remember I was on set with or more director of elections, you Amadi Jibril. So that particular election there, Kofi Wayo thought like he has won, like he had won into and I'm saying for the finance. I think that is where we have come closer because share votes margin it was not even up to 23 votes. Yes, that was how far or how close we've ever come. It was our enclave or no. Into this particular election there, yes, with the MPP, our hopes were managed that we were hoping for the best that we could win, but then we also didn't lose sight of the fact that it is NDC for Mubase, Oshe, Kandani, Mani, and Kikahua. It is a strong NDC in the Zongo area. But one of the things I know per se, Kanda for na say I was used for NTS and say NDC for Amanyokoa or Muba Bemu or making so many promises to them. Yelba Bemu as a government in 2017, our promise to the Zongo communities, we fulfilled them in the first years and second years. Today we can talk about more than 50 Zongo students at Yedomoko, Cuba, some study and medicine, graphic reports. We can talk about mosques near the ACCA, schools are rehabilitating amongst other projects. But in their manifesto, Chapter 5 of the NDC manifesto, they promised that they were going to establish the Zongo Development Fund, the CIA Fund, under the Women's Bank. And then, say what has been of that promise? Omabe 2 foot many ada down because Ocean Science Cleveland, it's a very commercial area. I'm from youth near Dinina. It's like I do talk so far the houses of Niman Kasanze. Commerce is going on every now and then. Intino so shebo say or buy all day skaga krabe so masna. I think it's something that at least in your first year that you should be able to fulfill them. But in 1 year and 3 months down the line, they've not even made mention of that. It was in the manifesto. And then that is what they need to be thinking of. That Mako Shebo Amutimini so Mako Dada Zongo for like I know one said no. We are all talking about low turnout. People are saying say well you're fasting. You see, it's not about any fasting. And I will share election now course now. People were not even queuing in line for more than 30 minutes. So it's like that person could have just walked to the place and go and vote. But you see, it is an indication to you say I can't say the people are registering their displeasure to the government that almost strong they couldn't come out to come and vote. Yes, we in the APP wanted to make history, but then our host manager we knew say your more constituency near there. But then Osha post Kwapwa a friend is saying Mr. Dankwaya says 75-80%. And I'm like he saw for the second time. Nancy the only post or you could cross like a post near there. You don't know the kind of people that he speaks to. But yesterday was a testament to the government. The NDC government, they have to sit up and know that the people of Lakayawa series and other Zongo communities, this is their displeasure that yesterday they registered to them. That all the promises are they've not fulfilled them. So why should they waste their time and go and queue in the line like and go and vote? And that is what they need to focus on. Say in the coming days, no more numbers from the 2024 election. So like we said, this by election day, we are say government in power near there. Sometimes they have all the resources exactly to their disposal near there. But at the end of the day, we were looking say it's our constitution here say you're representing. So we can say put forth our candidates say like on corner what happened. So we knew that if the NDC won, there was not going to be any news. But then we were hoping say at least we were able to put some numbers. And yes, the few people who came out, for the people they need to move in their numbers and go and vote. My brother here was talking about the fact that you are Baba Jamal IMP paying. It is true. This is not the first time I will buy into the the Parliament House or he being like like an MP. Now, Sebi, a bra born Akwitia, Naka bra so in here. People campaign on records. A ban is saying I'm a promise. He had to go and share TVs and monies, do other things before saying before the Bejinatum. It tells you that one Bob Brebia Wakwetia, that is why he has to induce people. All of this Nyoma, why yeah, and I said he being a member of parliament, no. He could have campaigned on say Munshe Abraham Bonakwetia. Now Namunyo Esajidi. But because there was no records to campaign, he had to resort to inducing them with TVs near there. And by they had to a friend is saying caution all of that, no.
Mamina was na pamcho mo amutie yen muntia de we mamitia wa mo so amohwe yeso mo hwe mamitia wa na afi yemfa meka asem ewa so if production is ready with our biter yembonra koku farm so na afi yemkonko team komo ne kakra emfa meboa yenkomo no yebetumi akom
na the make catch you careful say most my want this evening you go find the papa by e bo na level suru na fedie ya ban si atiso ya menu kwemi and the mama dia that say mama si etumo betum ya mako kare no aba ntu aka no you are now say crash bia obaka so mam 25 million or confo mo report to my can baby say your friend is cocoa board for no empty task force room
aban no mistake kakra me ma hu say aban na ye any say be ya mo table no eno de we kura ni star be na ye ya me na tse na obi atwa no ya kan sika sa wo benya sika na obete na wo de ya guntawie na ya santo so eh ya bro sempa ai abotai mu se mama de okay say ayina kura obasan de okay the man o de be ma yenti no ya wa resinso ne asibia no era na se
model we mu na kwafo no ena me da wo ba mpesori so a me da ne kofom anti am sheda ba me da no obi a wo na phone na ma frefro ma eni o mu di ehemu
etu ye hwan MPP ni o ye NDC ni o ye den obekasa
problem we ba muri kama kwafo na asonte ye sonte na say we ba si ya any problem
na eska so mma e kan go ko skamba ama assembly bi nyai minister bi o
me de me nchono ni achi ya transfer 1 billion Ghana cedis ko no depo mo manu wo obi an koko obi an no o ba 36 million pesa ko papo se afi 150 million na o say Ghana for
na do ko ton ye na e friend no contract no ye roll be over ye ntimi an supply ne nyina eno nti na ye tu akuafo ka enye ye na sa asem we nti e ka kire akuafo contract roll over obia ye bi me fan say wakwa jinsika wo koko krachi ho oso ba brand koko bag edu afie no wantimi ante bag edu o ma na nwotwe na ase mesrew nyame ya adom afida na bag menu aka no na me de aba obia ye bi na nado ba ye no na mososo no ma ye contract roll over no na eye 190,208 tons muti se na nado bo wa muti so kasaye Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa, roll over 500,000 metric tons. What is the Cote d'Ivoire for? Omoka say ya roll contract over into omu triaku afoka. And some no omoka no. Baku kra ni wa sebe etwaso mu. Na no kra de yewura majority leader. Na president be here in the State of the Nation address here. The comment na o man o say Cote d'Ivoire for kra so ati omu kokoso. Onim ontiase nyame ya adoma china ye debate e beka hwasam e wo parliament ho Cote d'Ivoire for omu koko no omu sene omton omu de na ntise Ghana ha koko no ye wa bribrade
MP or call the constituency co-engage cocoa farmers and also near cocoa growing area and the who a toss one ya minority MPs are Omoko Eastern region engage some cocoa farmers. Honorable Isaac Kopuku, official South MP now say also a church the moon. So even after the finance minister, any the sooner president, Amia Hunu, Omani Swadi Hunu Edema Kokwekwiafono. Members of parliament from both sides are still debating on the new policy direction Edema Cocoa Board, any cocoa business no. And so omona so omoye anam sifo no entumi anka mu no crunch yen temamufo no ene kokko akuafo na ebe ya twema mentwe sa wa hwe kra na afia de ntokwa eba beba. So we want to understand one thing, say between the minority and the majority, why mu aneka no credit share the cocoa farmer. Honorable Haruna, what who nuanom minority for point a more advance no who is saying
no
being
them say cocoa politics there nyen na best start.
Okay,
hold da
Nah, I'm giving you 10 minutes.
Good.
I'll give 10 minutes to Shanda.
Also, President Mama, and NDC government, your first year, as a about 14 months, I am so far there. Ghana for energy sector by sector. I did PIA. It's your ma said on party no air conform. A second form more. It's a mutual, you know. I did a mojo one, say. Ade boni be pa na be free party ma ba betimi anya bibi dia kama yesu anya party ye party anya nyina so eti na omu say koko ne bora yesu ate no, this is their last chance, their last bet to revive their political fortune as a political party. But you know what?
Yeah, tell me more.
No, koko juma we only be free right.
Every constituency, Kukunya, Obianya Kuku so for so. 100 absolutely. 100%. Eti Kuku Jumano, what in Kaha? Laya was o party. And the party the opportunity to capitalize on it. Into the Kabia. They don't know what you are talking about. Look. Ekrafona they know the industry more than us. Ekrafona industry nim SCA. They know say our government doesn't determine the price of cocoa. Cocoa price is determined by the international market. And now could be as a friend a German so. It is actually a video, yeah. Don't the call my message is to sympathize with them, have empathy with them, for them, because look, because last year 3,000 says. One I follow me social media biano. Obo say repeatedly. Now me come like now me post because I was so excited. Yeah. Na me niachi. E bi se kwani no hana. Yes you obey hano. Impo ye tuma ye kura so e so faso. Ala me na wi e japade ba ko nya ekukufu. It's generational. It's ye kwanya e boye akwaye so ye den. Haye. And honestly yete so no because a phrase yete so na finance minister reading you know me kra me party chairman am need goes what a thing from me say ati with am so better na ati so I feel me ko yete so honestly I was so sad if sadana till the next 2 days I feel they come to terms with reality say this is the situation no and this is the air can say we are not happy at the rate yati cocoa no eso. But you know what? These are factors beyond our control. And President Bafio last Friday in Wakai was saying your Twabamawa. Yes, your Twabamawa was a leader. But in times crisis Basaya, and who the kind of leader yeah. Because there's a timer. I was say we take a bold decision. I was say we are decisive. And that's exactly what the president did. And na ayem wawa say obi a mabachi mbasem demonstrate muri kuku pose na bai manality le man 5 minutes on kasa say indeed when him say dey na more demonstrate na writer ya man 5 minutes he spoke less than 10 seconds about kuku no obi a because he was intimidated by the president response to Gogo affairs no Gogo issue now obi a president can say look adie we adie enyina no haye but this is the timer it was me take a friend is saying a bold decision so this is the time was me very decisive because kuku no enye me na metum ana enye me na me yeden me etiso and don't president kai osi baby a Christ na dru ye no what you say yes me won ko cabinet ministers mo ko cabinet kai am say president kan kasa no in cabinet na opesenka ya toko ko no 3,006 na ya ko pabusia na enfameto so every test friend say so na no ka say you try say you be pump sika say the way mo ka say mbele koko ankaga na be say ko dark days say the omuja ya no
na ofama na say omumanenka store ho
no anka sector bia sector by sector the big push ekoso government fund projects ekoso school fees no stress free school fees ekoso anka nyina be coming at a standstill but look yema baby anya adwuma every sector deserves to function well and no ma ekoba say no 50,000 towards that e wo ho no de yenye den yem pisika na yentoni na 3,600 no okay na to go forward no yenche na almost 2,005 no baby ana make say ekwafo no am say before the announcement of the price na say even before issue started 3 months ago be November ekwafo no be breed omo kokoko ma diwo sinene omo pieces no na unfortunately pieces in your amount taking inventory my companies na ana omoja your friend is saying kokolo de po abra
One fanka stock now. If you are quite like you need is what they are bar. President Akase 50,000 tons of water, while the could be around 3,600. Meanwhile, do you only piece no alpha cut the other corner of what did the maker say? I'm my aunt take stock now, cut 50,000 tons now, or no, that no. It's a problem. But what the farmer knows say, when they were the couple 2 months ago, so the president was the Kobiano 3,600. I'll use the opportunity to plead on the finance minister and the government.
Okay.
Say 50,000. No. I think say it's a pace can become with the 20,000 to 30,000 tons become. Because you say cocoa.
Are you trying to suggest maybe a cocoa board or the ministry under declared?
Exactly, and even the LBCs very well. So going forward, I think there should be an extensive engagement again.
Beautiful.
Because when you say cocoa, I feel cocoa in your mind. Cocoa be anyhow. Cocoa be a hobiano. The whole last year. I feel no more Juma. By July, August, September. You know the bed they are sa price ya can. You be Juma. 80 make cocoa board should go back to the drawing board. Me sell me say a car.
Yeah.
But you say cocoa like you increase 50,000 tons no.
Beautiful.
You first can even count. Me tell you say when a no mo dim koma. Only problem because when say price no. President Mama last year you two more twice.
And then you careful na be na minority for sure more eastern region.
Oh my sir. If you feel cause out is a politician MPP party your friends a woman organizer for about people can friends a constituency organizer. I can follow they know the reality. Now cocoa uba Ghana only baby a cocoa pa. Western region.
Yeah.
Western North. Ahafu. Yeah. And if as a part of Bono the Mahon. Yeah. Some coming na so bedo I look to Cote d'Ivoire. It's some me argument la Cote d'Ivoire say now mo ya mesere. Sata Cote d'Ivoire dis ka kokra na ukuta kokra na yes kan fan obi e fa dis ka ma. But so we share yele bono any Cote d'Ivoire bona. Look, the farmers are happy. Especially your side. I don't know about Eastern region. But yeah na e be Cote d'Ivoire na omonim at a time na baby a price to be an small girl kosono. Ghana dey cost almost small geba, almost dey cost almost small geba. And then now the prices, the price difference between the two countries no. They understand the situation. But the only challenge na make no. O stock na o man take inventory na akana akwe problem between the farmers and the deals need pieces no. Honestly that problem we have to resolve it.
Beautiful.
Many opportunity be able to meet cocoa border. That will be my submission.
Beautiful.
We have to resolve that issue. So if we resolve the last year in area, I say be no.
How now I mean now as Shanda for man for feel say I say in spite of you people behind the scenes appreciating the global trend in cocoa pricing no. As I move back to the field and I'm to food good farmers and then it's buying any woman in the day because most more appreciate indeed. I mean the factors they determine cocoa price in the local, international. Moti I say international above from but more can be a boa buying because of politics in no more can't buy any more and I'm on farm to farm proceed, I don't know yes I kind of.
Lon. Minion mo dabe no hu say international BB affected.
Fact
minion mende do mo say fact. No me say dabe no hu say fact. It mean external shocks be air affected in Ghana ha say. Before kasi meka kuku asem no pacho mo omo meka nche say Iran ni Israel dey war the force no e ba think to Sansubia organize yes we are immune from those things there's no way I no be affecting you no ani mi asa mi je mfika che say bomb na Ukraine ni Russia for to no e bia mbeto Ghana ha ntiyentimi nka nche Ghana for say external shocks bia na e ma you go through what we were going through last year into no we dem yedi ka bom kokko say sa bom no ebi mu wada into air affectation ma this like commander take ka battle you 5 weeks of crude reserve patch there be ebi nto ha akra ebi nto ha ebi nto ba bi atema ebi nto ho no like ebi nto ha nti this issue no me ask me bada ka say cocoa politics when did cocoa and I say a sector a bo country no echi agriculture sector like I can say like a Boagana, Yesika Sem, of it the cocoa no a major contributor. Why would we play politics with this? Like inside there, we the MPP and the minority, no, we don't see like that. We have made Ghanaians aware, say, the fact of the matter is that an MPP for we have only come up to amplify what was going on. 4 months now they started you. 4 or 5 months ago, Nasadi started said they were not paying the cocoa farmers. We only came to let the Ghanaian public to know what was going on. Any of the implications are like a bit in the because we are creating an environment. Today, people are willing to cut down their cocoa trees and engage in galamsey. And they like galamsey now tax. Now more than to say, hey. We have already made them to understand, say, what we are seeing today, gross mismanagement of their CEO. Meaning, I think at the point, my like a bit charitable to him, because at least he was admitting, say, they could have done better. CEO and the Abbey didn't see like that. I'm sure, say, you could have done the PR work for them, if maybe you should buy and started. For you to admit that we mismanagement in Tiasia we knew cocoa sector no, instead of us to take advantage of the foreign sales near the adeno, you didn't take advantage of it because of you say on near the today I did not quite banana like I see with Chaba Bekache say and I debende. And you see during the time like friends no more imuno, they went to the farmers. Symposiums that they saw banana when you wanted to reduce or to announce the reduction in the price, no, you didn't give that farmer the respect. Which now can't now I can't say that friends we know announcement no. If you have cocoa farmers coming all the way from Western North, 86-year-old man, Ababa Pekete cocoa board, you guys didn't like attend to them. That shows you the disrespect and the disregard these governments have got for our cocoa farmers. Yeah, they catch them and now over sound bites no. We share in some man make your phone can make your phone call a cocoa. Yeah, they can say NDC are buying your PR settings. You see, also beside the cocoa farmers for Nebiana MPP focus on they were talking about it. Until the end of the where you acquire the bloggers say they settings, PR gimmicks, and this about them settings. Cocoa farmers no cocoa farmer na abesine ni bottom yem with what has gone on. They are so people have already decided to cut down their cocoa trees and turn into galamsey pits because they've seen the galamsey being more lucrative. The president promised to the cocoa farmer say now be so about cocoa farmer more lucrative. Today galamsey more empower. It has become more lucrative than to engage in cocoa farming. Now say I can't say that we in the minority we have taking pains to go down to the cocoa farmer say more at least we heard the news, we were amplifying your voice, but more can't and what you guys are going through. I was saying yeah daddy. That is the sentiment of the cocoa farmer. Okacho say obey the one nakumaton. In fact, on for now or come there's a particular man he was talking about the fact that even though me and this in kwapa say me buy no in na you going to okano ho come MPP for na these are the sentiment of the cocoa farmer. So you need to be frank with that. Say MPP for and okacho so mon can we wa go for now call mo no they made same assertion. So what are you saying? Yeah, best show if there's anything, such shocks near their working, and let's say in time, no, those things didn't happen. There was some banana catch you say, we came to meet debts, we came to meet debt equally. Yeah, so we had cocoa price, a friend say drop. All of these factors we saw same, but it takes a very prudent manager of the sector. Obia or somebody in the so banana your mouth like an organization a BBA. A canny no money like too, by you being able to manage the economy, no, and I say that sector, no, and then just say you're a good boss. And they, I can say we have a cocoa CEO. Yeah, the very first farmers they not say like a busha or share sports when you manumaka. It tells you say baby anakoma one, and even the cocoa and I say the agriculture sector. Dr. Randy Abbey, you guys should put him to order or say and then the president with my recusing appointment because Osha Bible say. Can't be like Obeja Padia on nakuma wo. first ever a year friend is saying Farmers Day official cocoa sector no and the dinamu brand no you were outside and now monitor World Cup draw. It tells you how serious alakoye with a cocoa farming into Yapamacho. They should find ways to absorb that pressure because we did it. Yen time here absorb pressure no yama cocoa farmer and go to that stress. That is why there's a government issues like this ubetima buanu absorb all the pressures. Now ma cocoa for so that the promise we gave to them no they still have hope. And yes and we have about 50% of our cocoa farmers not kind of saying having that trust in this government. Now woman say you best say you say ye the say ba ko galam say ya. That is an existential threat that is facing us as a country. You see, it's a bad animal where there's nothing like cocoa politics. Or more finding ways and means to make sure, say, the cocoa farmer is paid in due. In any case, every cocoa price reduction working. They have never reduced their cocoa price mid-season. But we did. The bender, meaning also of the cocoa growing area. The bender not say, a band we reduce cocoa price mid-season. The bender. Oh. In fact, and I can say government, I must say all the economic indicators. Now, Mr. President, before government, I must say, now the president could in parliament or na macroeconomy. Yes, you have made some gains in the macroeconomy, even though we are even looking at the sustainability of the methods and models. In any case, what is the essence of you having all the macroeconomic gains without the impact on lives of the people in this country? What is the effect? Say you bring all the macroeconomic gains because the dollar above from your inflation above from to 3.8. That's you finances. Almost I have almost 14 months. Teacher license exams almost increasing registration fees. Contractors are moka first time in July last year said move chomoka and so Christmas now President Sakokudia can say we say who through the big push no he has instructed the Ministry of Finance to make the payment. I said on other platform say the president is lying and cannot do this up to now. Chem contractor bakwa was in Nisaka. All this while no the president has not been fair and has not been sincere with the Ghanaian people. And in this case the cocoa farmers soon accommodate can say masama kono so ye best show mo say ko no nikiaye no ehunhia Ghana yense chiba de boy sika so much ye best show mo they should not make nyoma be ma cocoa farmer no why angered and I say one ya can say municipal bi e wo need man no and yes sir the effects will be dire for this country. Beautiful. William. No, they have so. William. No, but you can go chama me. No, and then they can ya no credit and etimi na kukodru pa ekasa to the stairs ekase then this by here. Yeah. Mo of you having all the macroeconomic gains without you feeling the effects on the local person. The essence of it to the extent say no pensioners. What is the essence of it? You promise you today they are still every day picketing. They are picketing. Every day they are picketing. 14 months. MP, they be out of parliament. He's able to explain to the youth. All restrictions there. All right. You have to restrictions in every so. Yeah. Now, out of your out of 1 liter $10 11 Ghana cedis. And I make us a Ghana. The electricity tariffs are increasing by 28%. I think one person. Near total 900,000 Ghana cedis. And I said 550. Maybe a colonel one bag, full bag, no, bag, sugar, rice now for the Juma. People are not even working. How can they even make purchases? We've created more than 1 million jobs. And why station? Join or movie set employment. So you see, they are 14 labor jobs. Within 2 years, a job. What then? Of course, this is what this is the rock cost. The numbers, we are 300,000. Rock cost only.
Control Little George Health Shop. Little George Health Shop. See, and control say open your organic pa. Little George Health Shop. Okay. I'm bet me amount. Healthy juices such as cranberry, carrots, pomegranate, turmeric and ginger, blackberry juice, aloe vera gel. Ebeko with the money obeka with the enemy. Organic pan the Little George Health Shop now be nyanya free. Your number one health shop for all your health related issues. So make sure crying. Now almost into me our Tema Community 5 between the Presby Church and a PV or being runabout. I want a Little George Health Shop. Our number is 0243 140213 0243 140213. So on that note, my man Honorable Haruna Mohammed, BA, MP for Sunafo North, I say, on the ticket of the NDC, and Afe, Mr. Shand of Buama, it's a member of the NPP's communication state, Emmanuel Owusu, Ella Opoku, Agnes, Amo, Desmond Lai, Francis, Mr. William, Omona, Buama, Eddie Jumedi, and the Bremo on radio as well as on TV. You're from me, Don Kwabnapra. Have a great working day.